What's up? What's up? What's up? What is going on, everybody, to another episode of the Blurred AF?
You, you hear me? Because I can't hear nothing. Hold on.
What's up, American Ninja Girl? What's up? What's up? What's up?
And I'm going to go out and come back in. I can't hear nothing.
Okay. All right, let me go ahead and get the show started here. What's going on, everybody? This your man, Dre Mac, coming to you again, along with Bluminati, with another episode of the Blurred AF. Today, our main topic is The Last of Us, Season 2, Episode 1. You know, we're going to discuss that today on the show, and plus a whole lot of other stuff. Of course, you know, if you've been here before, we always got a lot of topics to talk about on here. So let's go ahead and get this started. Where is that intro at? Let's go.
What does this button do?
All right. And as we wait for the folks to come on, how are you guys doing this fine afternoon, or fine it's a night? Well, I mean, it's still light outside, but this evening, you know, hopefully you guys are doing well. I had a very long day. I had to take my daughter to go get her tooth pulled in this morning, so that's why I couldn't her appointment was at 8 o'clock, so I couldn't do the show and then get there at 8 o'clock because she had to have her tooth pulled. And then I was supposed to have my show on. I was supposed to be on TMZ today. And TMZ, oh boy, TMZ hit me yet again. Hold up. Get, cat. You already know. Get out of here. Get, go. Thought my door was locked. I don't like that cat. Be it down in here. I had to go get that cat. Like that. That's the cat I don't like. But yeah, so TMZ, this is one of the reasons why y'all be like, man, when the last time you been on TMZ? I ain't seen you on TMZ. TMZ. Let me just give y'all a glimpse into my life, because what they don't understand is that I know, four-legged party crasher, but what they don't understand is that I work overnights, and I'm up during the I'm asleep during the day. And this weekend, after I cut my grass, it went from like 50 something degrees to 80. I was wore out. I had to cut my grass, make sure everything. Now, when I cut my grass, all the neighbors cut their grass. So I like being the first one to cut their grass in the spring, because when I cut my grass, my neighbor on both sides of me made sure that their grass was cut. Because if I didn't, it wouldn't have never been cut. but if I do it, then they do it. So, but check this out. So I was supposed to be on there today. My comment was, or my subject was, President Trump blows off RFK Jr.'s wife. That was supposed to be my subject, right? So they make you type out what you gonna say before you say it or whatever. At first, I thought mine was trying to be funny, and they wasn't buying my sarcasm. So they told me to rewrite the bottom part of it. Oh, okay. So, you know, I was supposed to be on at what time was this? 11 I think it was like 11:45 Pacific time or something like that, which is 1:45 my time. Then they hit me up. This is what Hold up. Then they hit me up. Hey, sorry, but we ran out of time today. If you're available again, we would love to get you on the show. Da 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 da. Yeah, if you would like, come on tomorrow at 4:15. I'll try to put you on our earliest segment I can. You know what I mean? Like, y'all act like I ain't got no life. Like, if all of this stuff paid his own bills, it'd be different. But man, y'all are killing me. Y'all are killing me. But you know what I mean? It was just, and like I said, I'm tired. And what people don't really understand is that, you know, I told everybody, and y'all know that I got a gluten allergy, right? I think I'm starting to I need to really go back to the doctor and actually have a test done to make sure that I don't have celiac disease, which basically means that I literally have developed something which the gluten makes me sick, which when I ate something, what was that, last Saturday, I believe, I was done. I was done. Completely done. I was so incredibly sick. I was literally like knocked out, sleep, did not feel good for 2 days. Trying to get now, mind you, I do a lot of I eat a lot healthier than I've ever done in my life. I don't eat a lot of sweets and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Anything that I eat, you know what I mean? It is vegetables, fruits. You know what I'm saying? And you know, when I you know grill food and try to stay away from a lot of, I don't even like eating you know, fast food like that. So anything that I eat, seriously, it is to be able to like cleanse my body. You know what I mean? And so when I actually eat something, like I had some chicken that did not sit right with me, and it jacked me up. It completely jacked me up. So yeah, that is that. So I slept almost, like I was trying to off and on taking a nap, try to wait on them. So it just makes me mad because I got other stuff to do instead of waiting on them all the time. But no big backs over here. That's why when people actually know how old I am, they don't believe me. You gotta eat healthy. But let me get to some of you guys' comments. What's up, Sentiment MC? Oh, I'm always vibing hard. Roberta, the church IT, good morning. Good morning. This is just why I'm used to being. Good afternoon. Good evening. She, what's up? Good evening. I gotta change this up. The Informant Media, good evening. They said they canceled last minute, I bet. Like always. What's up, Xavier Phoenix? What's up? Blue will be in here in just a moment. Junior Network, what's up? Good morning. Good evening. Jesus. Exactly. It was like, what you say? It's a sad. Posted a story dedicated to my late mom. So today has been a depressing ass day for me. But I'm here. Your videos has helped me get through some tough times. American Ninja Girl, I am praying for you. I did. Like when I woke up, I don't know if you guys do this, but I wake up and I have my phone on do not disturb, whatever, so I can give me some more rest. So I was scrolling through. I did see something on Instagram. I don't know if I responded because I was halfway between sleep and wake. But my prayers and my energy is with you right now. I know, you know, stuff like that could be hard. I know stuff like that could be hard, but my prayers and positive light and energy is with you right now. So you embarrass your neighbors into action. Yeah, that sounds like I don't play. When it comes to my yard, I don't play. You know what I mean? I like to have my yard nice and tidy. Matter of fact, I still got shrubs to cut, which is not a lot. It's just I got one big long ass shrub that I got to get behind the shrubs to cut. You know what I mean? To get it nice, to get it good. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'll be in, man. Like I said, if I do it, then they do it. What's up, Blue? You good? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I'm straight, man. I changed out my monitors and the damn audio went out. I don't know, man. Shit, you know, computers batting crazy, bro.
Yeah, I know. I told you, you know, they're gonna be ruling the world here in a minute.
Yeah, they do what they want to do. I tell you, boy. What's good though? What up?
He said I could donate a 7-blade manual push lawnmower, no power but muscle
Hey,
from you.
anything to get it done, man. Anything to
Nah,
get it done.
I don't play when it comes to me. I was telling them that that I cut my grass. What was that? Saturday?
Mm.
Yeah, I woke up early to cut my grass.
Yeah,
And because I have an electric lawnmower, so I had to charge the batteries
Yeah.
to the lawnmowers. I mean to the lawnmowers, to the lawnmower. So while I was waiting, I was doing something with my car, making sure my car was clean, and then went and got to it. Well, my neighbor seen me cut my grass. She immediately started cutting her grass.
Copycat. That's what it is.
Yeah.
In the neighborhood.
Then the neighbor next to me, he was like, I got to get on this too. Make sure that grass was cut. Because sometimes I be looking at him, man, my grass be nice and neat. His grass look like all kinds of animals be living in there. You know what I mean? Cut that grass. So as long as I'm in it, as long as I do it, they do it. Not like that. I like being the example for the neighborhood.
That's right. That is right. That's right.
I do not play. He said, healthy, we need big back. Oh, hell no. Nah. Ain't no way in hell. Ain't no way in hell. This is the most I've ever weighed is 173 in my life.
Mac, that's crazy.
Nah. I used to be like, back in the day, I was like, I was 150 pounds in high school, and then I was living with my grandma, and once I started living by myself, I was like 130, because I was, you know how you eat, you know, when you young, you get on your own. For the first time, you do lose weight because you out here running, ripping and running the streets.
Ripping and running.
You know what I mean? Ripping and running. I was cooking. I was ripping and running. You know what I mean? So I was skinny for a long time. And then I started getting, matter of fact, once I found out that I had a gluten allergy, and I changed my diet after my appendix ruptured. And then finding out about this gluten allergy, I cut, you know, because bread ain't nothing but carbs anyway.
Right.
You know what I mean? So a lot of stuff that I'm eating is protein, a lot of whole chickens, you know what I'm saying? A lot of, you know, beef and, you know what I mean? And vegetables. So that's why I said I'm up to 173 now. That's why when I was
big dog.
I mean, big dog for me being 130 pounds if I show you, I swear to God, if I showed y'all a picture of me back in the day, you were like, damn, that dude is little. You know what I mean?
I wish 173. Oh man, I ain't seen that since.
But you what? 6'2", 6'3"?
Yeah, 6'2".
Yeah, you 6'2", I'm 5'9". I gotta make it up some way. I can't be, you know what I mean? 5'9". What 30 wasn't working for a minute.
Nah, you should never be 130. Nah. You out here like a little teenage girl, man.
Yeah, man. I swear to God, though, man, I was still pulling though. I was still getting them, but yeah, I was a little dude for a long. Matter of fact, I remember I started working at the correctional institution. They didn't have an outfit big enough for me because it was loose. Because I was so slim.
That's crazy.
But nah, we got you, American Ninja Girl. You know, like I said, you know, we got you. I got you on my prayers. You know what I'm saying? Positive light and energy to you. And I know everybody in the chat does.
Oh, yeah. Most def prayers, thoughts, all of that.
They said Blue Live on his channel, only you on the screen.
Yeah, I was having technical difficulties.
Citizen Kane, what's up? What's up? Health is wealth. You are right. Let me see. You said her name is Denise Person, and she absolutely amazing. I could never compare. I can only aspire to be. I get you. He said 170. I ain't been them sort of number since I left school. Y'all, but see, y'all have to understand. I was always a skinny dude. Like my dad was always a slim dude. So I get my mom was real slim. So, you know, as far as like my parents were skinny people. You know what I'm saying? So I was going to be skinny for a good minute until, like I said, my appendix ruptured and I started to eat differently because I completely changed my diet. When that, man, that was
stuff like,
horrible.
You know, when you got a health issue, I'm going to tell anybody out there, man, if you got some type of health issue, whether it's high blood pressure, what's the other one that we suffer
diabetes,
from? Diabetes.
Yep.
Change your diet, man. Even a slim change, you know what I'm saying? Like, change your diet. I'm all about health, man. I want people to live as long as possible so they can see their kids, grandkids, and maybe some of their great grands. You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
I'm all about that, man. So if you got to change your diet, please change your diet, exercise,
Exactly.
eat right, man, and get some of that stress off your back, because we die from stress a lot too. Stress
Exactly.
is a big thing. So and stress could come from the health. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. When Dre said he had that allergy, man, I felt bad for him, especially with gluten, because you know bread is and stuff like that is everywhere. You know,
it's everywhere. Flour. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff that black people eat. Let's be real. A lot of stuff that black people, a lot of fried whatever, except for fish, because we make it a cornmeal. So you know what I'm saying? There's no gluten in corn flour or cornmeal, but there is in all the breads and stuff we eat, cakes, cookies, pies. Gluten is all in that. You know what I mean? So I changed my diet to a more to a kosher diet back in the day, and I had people mad at me because I wouldn't eat pork. You know what I mean? Like, oh, so the pig ain't good enough for you no more. I like, man. But see, what's crazy though is that I had a good friend of mine. I went to we rode together to prom. Never forget my man Therese Hicks, man. That my brother passed away. You know what I'm saying? You know, with health issues. I had another good friend of mine. You know what I'm saying? We called him Chap. You know what I'm saying? Alex Chapman. You know what I'm saying? Alex died of a heart attack in the park. I mean, in a drive-through at Wendy's. You know what I'm saying? Like, dog, I'm trying to be here. I'm trying to live to be 187 years old. Y'all be thinking I'm playing. I'm trying to be 170 years old. I'm trying to be a real life vampire.
Real life vampire. I mean? That's me. trying to get there.
You know what I mean? So
Andre, what up?
What up? What up? Derp was in the house. What up, Derp?
What's good? Up? What's good?
Pigs, I ain't gonna lie though. Back in the day,
they nasty, but they meat good.
Boy, I swear to God, boy, put some hot sauce and some mustard on that pig foot. Boy, I'm telling you, it was delicious.
Rooter to the tutor, man.
I used to, I mean, because my family from the South too. My grandma was from Yazoo, Mississippi. My other grandma on my dad's side is from Arkansas. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, all we did was eat pig chitlins. You know what I'm saying? Now greens is good for you. Never get it twisted.
But
it's the salt that they put in it. But greens is actually good for you. I
tell people, my family is one step away from slavery, man. The stuff that we eat, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for real.
I'm telling you, it's like you said, pig. My pops, man, I got mad, man. I would come home every day, basketball practice. I'm hungry. Nothing but pig this, pig that. I'm like, man, we got another menu to eat? Like,
yeah. Did you ever eat cracklins? Did you ever eat screens of cracklins? I know you from the South. Yeah,
that was his thing. He loved, man. Road trip, he would stop. He would get him a Pepsi and a bag of skins. That was it. He wouldn't eat nothing else for the whole road trip. I'm like, this dude crazy, man.
Hey, yo, did you ever eat hoghead cheese when you was growing up?
Yes,
yeah, man. Yes, my auntie was from Nacogdoches, Texas. So when I tell you that's all she ever ate was hoghead cheese, man. I'm like, and then you see it cut. You go to the butcher and they cut it.
Yeah.
Now you cannot get me to.
I saw it was made. They had the grinder. They put the. Oh man, I watched it all get made. Yeah.
Yeah. So health is, at the end of the day, health is wealth. Like I said, I got a young brother that's at the job. He's he's in his late 20s, and we was rapping, and he was like, asked me how old I was again. I'm like, bro, for y'all that don't know, I turned 45 this year. He was like, 45? He's like, keep forgetting you that old. I'm like, damn, well, put a brother in the nursing home, why don't you? You know what I mean? But yeah, you know what I mean? So you got to be able to take care of it. If you get a health scare, anything, take care of yourself. Skip all of that stuff that you eat. You know, Taco Bell and McDonald's and Whataburger and all of that. Yeah, it's fire. But man, if that stuff is trying to kill you, man, chill out.
Or have you a cheat day. Do like, you know what I'm saying? Have you a cheat day, but you take your health serious, man. Yeah,
even that cheat day, man. I'd be like, you know what my cheat day is? A gluten-free cookie and then I like vegan. I like vegan. I like vegan stuff, like vegan muffins and stuff like that. Vegan muffins be fire. You know what I mean? And they're not made with, I
hate vegan. My daughter do vegan stuff. I hate it.
It's certain vegan stuff that I can do, but I gotta have meat. I can't go full vegan. I gotta have some meat.
I feel you, man.
Yeah,
I feel you. That vegan, the vegan thing just ain't for me.
Yeah, I get it though.
Well, I thought
what up, Tommy? What's up? What's up? What's up? It's the first episode. Now we go before. See, that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying. Well, y'all see all these toys in the background. Y'all think I'm 12. You know what I mean? Well, remember Tom Hanks Big? I'm gonna get that. That piano he was stepping on back in the day. I wanted that mug so bad. I wanted that mug so bad.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, changed my diet years ago. Adding you got to. You know what I mean? You got to be able to add different. Like I said, I can't drink beer anymore because beer has wheat barley in it. Then trust me, Boulevard wheat that they sell in Kansas City, is fire. Can't have it no more. I can't. So it is what it is. I want to be here as long as I possibly can. You know what I mean? So
right.
So yeah. Let's get into because I'm gonna save The Last of Us. Did you get to see Last of Us on yesterday?
Nah, man. I watched bits and pieces. I didn't get the chance to watch it all the way through, so I'm gonna have to go back and watch it, man. I know they introduced Abby. That's really all I really got into.
I'm gonna wait a little bit on it because there was because I'm gonna just do a small review on it. You know what I'm saying? So just kind of my because I didn't want to do full, especially if you ain't seen it.
I mean, we can get into it, man. We can get it. I don't mind. Yeah. You ain't spoiling it for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we can talk about it. I'm pretty sure we can still, dissect and digest and get into some stuff.
Yeah, and a lot of people, even my son said, which I even had some pushback on him against this. He was mad about how Ellie, that's her name, Ellie.
Yeah, Ellie acted against Joel.
Yeah, the actress that plays Ellie, how she doesn't look like the character. I was like, I don't give a damn. She's a damn great actress. This young lady is putting work in.
Right, and that's a weird one. How do you can't? I don't know how you find someone who looks exactly like the character. I mean, I guess you could, but then they got to act, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think you got to figure out where to draw the line between looks and acting. And then somebody say, well, you can find somebody who look just like that, who can act good. It's like, I'd rather get the best from an actor and make her look like that than try to find somebody who looks like that and hopefully they can act. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And see, the thing is that what I love about this character, we're going to talk about it later on when we go through the breakdown. But what I love about her acting is that she's acted very natural. You know what I mean? And it's not like if you played a video game, of course, the lady, actually, the motion capture actress was her mother in season 1. If you didn't know that, her mother, when they had the flashback of her being born, the mother that birthed the new Ellie is the facial actress of the Last of Us video game series.
Yeah.
So that was your Easter egg. You got her in the show. But you got to allow that actress to do her thing. And to me, her playing against Pedro Pascal, who is a seasoned actor. You don't get it twisted. That's why, a lot of arguments go on about Pedro Pascal. Pedro Pascal is a hell of an actor. It ain't this.
No, he is. I love Pedro Pascal. My only thing against Pedro is Pedro in every damn. I haven't seen him not act like Pedro in nothing.
No, because he's a little different. He's a little different than Last of Us compared to like The Mandalorian and compared to Game of Thrones.
Because to me, maybe Game of Thrones was the one.
Because didn't he do Game of Thrones and what's the other show that was from the Roman times? What was the name of that damn show?
Which one?
Oh,
he did Game of Thrones. I know you're not talking about Spartacus.
Spartacus.
Was he in Spartacus? I don't remember him.
I thought he was in Spartacus.
I don't remember him being. I don't remember him being in Spartacus.
But anyway, what was you gonna say?
I'm just saying, like, he just plays. To me, he's not saying it's bad or anything, but Pedro being Pedro, yeah, he was in Gladiator, but now that wasn't the same time. That wasn't the same time he did what'd you call it though? Because he just was in his Gladiator. That was
it's Gladiator. So I'm looking at his IMDb. But for me, the reason why I like, okay, so I'm gonna give you this. The reason why I like Pedro Pascal, for one, he reminds me of a modern day Burt Reynolds. His look. He looks
okay.
His look reminds me of Burt Reynolds. That's who he reminds me of. You know, but what I do like is that he gives this character, which is in a lot of his roles, he gives a character where I get intrigued about what he's doing. His face acting is amazing. There's a lot of people don't act with their face nowadays, you know, but he is a great facial actor. But what he does is he draws you into a lot of the scenes that he's in, because he has that emotional beat. You know what I mean? Where he knows how to stay on this emotional portion for just this long to draw you in, and then you know what I'm saying, he's back to, you know, whatever he needs to do at that point. And what I like about that is that some people don't know how to stay when they're doing an emotional character. The characters have to bring emotion. They don't know how to land on the beat. You know what I mean? Either it's too short or they go too long and they're overacting. You know what I mean? He knows how to give just enough. That's why I like him. That's why I think he's going to be an excellent Reed Richards, but that's just my personal opinion. But yeah, I think he's
I think he's gonna be a good Reed Richards. I just stamina, I hear you. I just think he's Pedro Pascal and everything. And not saying that it's like he brings you know what? Samuel is kind of the same way.
Samuel everywhere.
Phenomenal. That's not taking nothing away from his acting skills, but you know what I'm saying? Like, who else is like that? It's a couple of actors like that. You know what I'm saying? And maybe he just hasn't found that role yet to where he can just open up and you know what I'm saying? Just embody it.
I think to me, him because I mean I'm not about to spoil anything, but if you play the video game, then you know. Is all I'm gonna say. So I think him as Joel, I mean, can you say that he's playing the same character as the Mandalorian? But you can't, because when you listen to Mando, he don't sound, because he's in a helmet.
Right, he's in a helmet. Yeah. I guess it's because, you know, he plays Max Lord. He wasn't the stoic, you know what I'm saying, but he plays the stoic character a lot.
Yeah, I see that.
What it was, Kingsman, he wasn't the story. He was a little jokey in what it was, Kingsman, I think that's what it was called, with what's the joint?
No, Pauly Shore is just Pauly Shore. He doesn't know how to be another character.
Yeah, he don't know how to be nothing else.
Nothing else. Pauly Shore being brought up in acting conversations,
crazy, right?
It's hilarious.
Pauly Shore.
Yeah, Pauly Shore. I ain't got nothing against Pauly Shore. If Pauly Shore, let me shut up. Because if you know what Pauly Shore said about black comedians, Pauly Shore could go to hell to me.
Right.
But,
yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I was about to say, I know he was in some hot water a little while back.
You shut the up.
Yeah.
That's what you need to do.
Yeah, Pauly Shore, man.
Yeah, ain't nobody think about Pauly Shore. But yeah, like I said, if you know, you know. But yeah, so that's just me. You know what I mean? I still believe, and you can attest to this. You can tell me what you think. I still think HBO Max is making the best content of all the streaming services. Look at House of the Dragon. You know what I'm saying? Game of Thrones, The Last of Us.
I think they're in a tie with Apple Plus TV to me.
I think they're better than Apple Plus.
Apple Plus, to me, it's not a lot of, matter of fact, I don't know any misses on Apple TV Plus or whatever the hell it's called. They got some shit rocking, man. But HBO, the thing is, it's unfair because HBO been in it since the 80s.
Longer than that, probably the 70s.
And just been making, peak content, premiere content. So it's kind of hard to even really put, you know what I'm saying? Because they got the cheat code already. They coming off Sopranos, The Wire. You know what I'm saying?
I'm talking about banger.
Yeah. No, I'm not taking that. That's why I said they because as of right now, Apple TV brand new, 2 years and 3 years, and they've been slinging them out. They've been really killing, man.
Except for the Halo series.
No, that wasn't Apple. That was Paramount.
Oh, that was Paramount. I thought that was Apple.
That was Paramount. You ain't like the Halo? I like the Halo series, man.
Nah.
I ain't mind the Halo series.
I ain't gonna say it like that, but nah.
He said nah. I
really.
like the Halo series, but no, yeah. HBO Max is quality over quantity, and that's what you're supposed to be. They are the GOAT. They are the GOAT.
Yeah, I would say
if
anybody that has made, because even if you look at what whatchamacallit has done, what Netflix has done. Netflix makes quantity, but some of their stuff is not quality. And you're looking at their shows and you're not getting almost like a level of production that you think you should. They make some alright movies. I would say Netflix makes more of the alright movies. Some of their shows is hit and miss, but HBO Max, dog, it's damn near everything that they make. You be like, that's dope. Like, it's good. It's like, it ain't bad. What did we just leave? We just left off for what? The Penguin.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? Before the Penguin, House of the Dragon season 2.
Right.
You know what I mean? Before that, it's like bam, 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 and then you go all the way back, like you said, with The Wire, and you know what I'm saying. And
you can go back before that. I just can't think of nothing right now, but you can go back before The Wire and all that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? They got stuff.
All of that. They always. Matter of fact, HBO making a John Gotti movie.
Oh.
Is fire. If you
Tales from the Crypt was HBO. I forgot. Tales from the Crypt was HBO.
Yep, that's what I'm saying. They've been you right. They've been in the game so long that they just know how to make these quality shows that makes you come back. True Detective.
True Detective, yeah.
You know what I mean? All of this, there's nothing that you're gonna watch on HBO Max and you be like, man, this is trash. But there's some stuff on Netflix and other streaming services. I won't name one with the mouse ears that you be like, what the hell did I just watch?
Yeah.
So yeah, and that's why I said the reason why they're gonna HBO in DC is gonna have a leg up beyond anything. If the powers that be at Warner Brothers do not interfere in James Gunn's vision of what he want to do, that's why he has Peter Safran there. Yeah, I think Safran is the one who, hey, let him work, let him cook.
Well, you know, the rumor was Safran's supposed to be taking over Warner TV. Something like that. He's supposed to move up, you know what I'm saying? So
even bigger than what he is.
Bigger than what he is.
Because you got James is running the DC movie and division.
He'll be running. I think he'll be running like Warner Entertainment. He'll be running something. That's the rumor.
I did hear that. I did hear that. I did hear that. Which again, if you still got this guy who has a keen eye for what sells, what sells, or what can you bring people to your streaming service?
Right.
That's all that really matters. Because right now, I think what was it? Was it last week we was talking about with Tina was talking about streaming numbers and all of that.
Yeah.
You know what the streaming numbers look like.
Right.
Constantly, if you look at it, HBO Max constantly has great streaming numbers when it comes to their product. There's not Lovecraft Country, yes. Watchmen, yeah, but
they the original Netflix. HBO's the original.
Exactly. Exactly, because they've been doing it a whole lot longer. Like I said, HBO had original content back in the day. Yeah. That's why I was talking about John Gotti movie that's on HBO is better than the movie that John Travolta did. Yeah, you know what I mean? Because
it made $5 at the box office or something like that.
So, yeah, like it was not good. And for me being a mob fan, that movie is not as good as the John Gotti movie that was free on HBO. Put it more like that. So what I'm saying is that if DC sticks to, if Warner Brothers does not interfere with what James Gunn them is doing, dog, I'm trying to tell you, Marvel gonna be a shit. Marvel gonna be looking like, I would tell you what Marvel gonna look like. Marvel's gonna look like No Limit Records in 99 and 2000 when it was like we back roaded. It was like they were scrambling for songs.
What you gonna do? Yeah, that's back when No Limit was on WCW and shit.
When they was almost holding on to a thread because Cash Money was the new hot. It was a new hotness.
Came out cooking.
Right.
They was trying to hold on.
They was trying to hold on. We back, won't it? Hey, I remember that episode of WCW too.
He came out there with Rodman?
Nah, Rodman was with Rodman, and remember Rodman was with Hogan, and Karl Malone was with DDP. He came out there. I
remember that.
You had a no limit wrestler, Big Pokey, or somebody came out. There was a wrestler or something like that. So I forgot. Yeah. I forgot. That's how long it's been. But what I minded. But let me get to this article. While we were talking, I'm gonna get to this article real quick. Before we get into Future Days, episode 1 of The Last of Us, and again, Last of Us, a video game adaptation that is true to the damn video game, because they was like, you know what we should do? A lot of creators of the video game to be here too. You know what I mean? What an interesting concept. You know what I mean? So let me go and grab that article real. Okay, did I not pull it up?
Yeah, Perp. That The Leftovers is a dope series. That's a dope series.
Oh, here we go. Just gonna give you all some, because this just dropped by an hour ago. Oh, Anthony Mackie and Captain America. Yeah. Oh, Cap. Let's talk about Captain America real quick. Captain America's Anthony Mackie teases Avengers Doomsday is going to give the audience that old Marvel feeling again. Like I said, hooty hoo.
Right.
Oh boy, it's quickly how something can fall off. Golly. Anyway, if you Anthony Mackie's face.
His face is
It was bad. What's crazy about Anthony Mackie is that watching that pivot video,
interview,
the interview with him, and his personality and what they did not show on screen is a shame. That's a shame on Marvel's part. This man actually has a personality, but I seen a wet napkin look more fierce than he did in some parts of Brave New World. But all right, Anthony Mackie is set to reprise his superhero role in the upcoming Avengers Doomsday. The actor most recently played Sam Wilson in Captain America Brave New World and teased the upcoming Marvel movie in a new interview. We're supposed to go out this week and we'll be out there doing it, Mackie said in an interview with IGN. Everybody's excited. I feel with the script and having the Russo's brothers back, it's going to be great. The actor added, I'm really excited for what this project is going to be. It's going to give the audience that old Marvel feeling that they've always had. Actors confirmed for the next. I'm not reading all of that. I'm not going there. Avengers Doomsday is set to hit theaters on May 1st, 2026. Also, we'll see the X-Men join the team for the first time. Actors from the franchise who have reprised their role as Patrick Stewart, Ian McKellen, Alan Cumming, Rebecca Romaine, James Marsden, and Kelsey Grammer. Mackie joined the MCU with Sam Wilson's Falcon in 2014's Captain America, The Winter Soldier. He will reprise his role in 2015's Avengers Age of Ultron. I'm not reading all of what he's been in because y'all already know. At the end, he's just been in a lot. He's been in some Avengers movies. At the end of the last Avengers movie, Steve Rogers, Chris Evans passes his mantle or passes on his Captain America shield to Sam Wilson. Mackie took on the role in the big screen of Captain America Brave New World. Mackie is also starred in as Sam Wilson in the Disney Plus series The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So what do you think? Are they going to give that old feeling again when it comes to Marvel?
No. Like I keep telling people, man, they lost that feeling because they never necessarily really had it, man. The people who came in and set the stage, or that one, I ain't gonna say that. Yeah, I would say that one person who set the stage and then gave it to the people is gone now. They can't replace him. And that was your boy Josh Whedon. Josh Whedon is the architect of the MCU. And people I'm not gonna say they don't understand, but Feige, if he don't go get another Josh Whedon to set things up for the future, you're not gonna get it.
Yeah, because Josh Whedon was the one who brought the Avengers together. People
he brought the Avengers. He basically made the. If you read that book and they talk about how Josh Whedon made everything, and then they kind of like kicked him out, and this was even before all the book, you know what I'm saying? Before all the stuff was going, but he was the one who came up, put the Avengers, because he took it directly from the books. All that stuff that was going on came directly from those Avengers books. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Even the introduction of the Infinity Stones, that was him. Yep. They weren't gonna do that. That was all him. You know what I'm saying? In the book, they talk about him getting fed up, how they didn't even want to. You know what I'm saying? I guess
would they just making movies? They were just making. Yeah. That was their whole idea, was just make movies about these characters, and it wasn't no cinematic universe that was even going to, be anything. If I'm not mistaken.
Yep. It's crazy, but until they'll never get it right. That's it. They done. They are done. Perp say Marvel gonna be all right because Deadpool and Wolverine showed that. Nah, that was Ryan Reynolds, man. That was Ryan Reynolds, who knows what his audience wants, and he gave them what the audience wanted. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing too. Marvel don't want to give you what you want. They don't want to give you what you want. They're gonna keep giving you the shit that they think that you want.
They gonna give you what they want you to watch. Not what I learned. That's what I've learned over this time, is that Marvel's biggest thing is they really want to tell the story that they want to tell.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, and there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing.
And they won't pivot. They will not pivot. That multiverse stuff came. They saw it failing, and they said, "Nah, it's just a slight storm. We'll make it through."
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they gonna tell their story, man. That at the end of the day, they're gonna tell their story. They don't care who watches it and who don't. I think they think that they're too big to fail. They've had more L's than dubs lately, and it's just crazy.
Yeah, it's funny that you said that, because it just made me think of when E-Man E-Man, shout out to E-Man too. He got to speak with Ryan Coogler, and I believe he put in his article that basically it's up to the Russos about Black Panther. This is literally, just think about it like this. This company has no idea what's going on so much that a director said that he's producing the franchise of. This is just like what James Gunn talked about, the Guardians of the Galaxy. Those were his babies. Some unknown character, a lot of unknown C-list characters that a lot of people didn't know. He was controlling that character, and they were like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do with the characters, even though that they killed off my character. I'm of course correct, because I bring one different from a different timeline, and you still have them, so it doesn't matter. I'm gonna do what I want to do. But Ryan says, and again, no shade at Ryan, because Ryan's an excellent director, but I'm gonna leave that up to the Russos, basically, in so many words. What the? Not, hey, we're gonna, I'm gonna give it the Russos. They're gonna do their thing. We're gonna have a conversation. We're gonna talk about what's the future of the characters going for. You don't have to be flat. You don't have to flat out say it, but you can say, hey, we're working on some stuff right now, and I know that they got some plans. I got some plans, and we're gonna work the way we worked in the future and keep it pushing. Nah, you ambiguous. Now you're saying, what's up to these guys? According to what the way that E-Man put it. Now I could be wrong, and E-Man could correct me. But the way that he put it is that it's on them. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I'm gonna sit back here, eat Doritos, and watch the show. And
I believe that. The crazy thing is,
ain't what said that's what happened the first time.
Yeah, I believe that. And I don't know if Coogler ain't in. He not in the right mind to come back and do Black Panther. I really don't. I don't think he's in the right mind, man.
Yeah, I think he's doing, because there's another article that I seen where they were talking about centers. And you're talking about centers, and you constantly say, well, Chadwick's the inspiration of why I'm doing this, and Chadwick and Chadwick and Chadwick and Chadwick. You know what I mean? And I get it. That's just like, I mean, That's like if something, God forbid, knock on wood, if something was to happen to you and Mika, and I'm like, well, Mika and Blue is the main reason why I'm doing this,
Right.
and I'm talking about 10 years from now. You know what I mean? Like, I cannot let y'all just rest. Can I let y'all be at peace? Like, we know what the impact that you've had to me, but can I let you rest? I don't want to keep talking about a man who you know what I'm saying, who ain't coming back. Like, that's depressing to me.
Yeah.
But that's just me. That's just me.
It's
what I think.
I'm telling you, man. I mean, and I'm still under the whole thing about and I don't know their relationship, man, but he act like he was with this dude day and night. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to sound disrespectful, but y'all did one movie together.
Yeah, I know where you're coming from.
Y'all did one movie together. I can see to me, the Avengers people, you know what I'm saying? They might should have a little bit more because they don't work with him longer than, you know what I'm saying? You did one movie.
Yeah. The Russos, that's what I'm saying. The Russos had him for Civil War, Infinity War, Endgame, and they ain't said nothing like this. They ain't said, they introduced the character, you know what I'm saying, in 2016. Yeah. So that means in 2015, after he got through doing 42, which he came to Kansas City, people don't know that the Negro League Museum is in Kansas City. You know what I mean? So when they were promoting and doing press for 42, they came to the Negro League Museum. So Chadwick was down here in the Negro League Museum promoting, the Negro Leagues and promoting 42, but talking about the importance of the Negro Leagues and how we need to, learn about that history and so on and so forth. You know what I mean? So, we got to see him down here, but you're right. He's making it seem like me. He woke up to him every morning. You know what I'm saying?
I'm talking about, he talking about him like they did. How many? Like they done did 4 or 5 films together. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
there was one.
Now, I can see him, Michael B. Jordan. If Michael B. Jordan,
that's different. That's different. That's different.
You started your career with him. You done did Creed with him. Y'all done produced films together. He is acting like Chad was. I'm like, man. If they was tight like that, and like I said, I'm not saying this to take nothing away. I'm speaking from now outside of everything. I don't know what was going on with
I don't
know what I'm saying, but it's just it's kind of weird to me. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Because I've lost, even in the military, I've lost people. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
We mourn, but I don't be like, oh, we can't. Every time I walk past a plane or every time I walk past this, I get, you know what I'm saying? It's just, I don't know.
I get it. And like, I got, one of my favorite cousin died what was this? It's about 8 years ago, 9 years. This was almost 9 years. And I see, my little cousins that look just like him, I feel this person, but I ain't gonna be like, man, I sure miss your daddy. You know what I mean? And keep bringing that up, to his sister, my other cousin. You know what I mean? Because they all look alike. I'm like, but again, I know people grieve differently. My biggest thing is that, and I've always said, if he was really your dog, you would have knew about that cancer.
That's another thing.
I
don't care how I don't care how secret people, you know what I'm saying? If you my family, if you in my circle, you gonna know.
Yeah, you gonna know.
You gonna know.
It ain't gonna be a surprise.
Or it'll get to you some type of way.
Yeah, it won't be a surprise.
That's just be a surprise.
That's just my thing. I'm not, like I said, I don't know. I don't know how people grieve or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I know people keep bringing up. It's like the time that they bring up recast T'Challa, he brings up Chadwick.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing that I'm like, are you doing that to deflect?
Yes. It's a deflection.
You know what I mean? Like I said,
and that's why I don't like it, because it seems, I don't want to put this on it, but it kind of seems disingenuous, because like you say, he brings up Chadwick. Like, no, we just talking about T'Challa, bro. All we talking about is recasting, not well, because we've already established what Chadwick would want. You know what I'm saying? But y'all kept sidestepping that. So don't bring him into the equation now. Let's just keep it on business. Are you gonna recast or not? You know what I'm saying? And seems like you saying leaving it up to the Russos. The Russos ain't gonna. I don't see them necessarily making any kind of move other than what's been established with Tucson. I really don't see them going against that.
Yeah,
I don't.
And like I said, at this point, I mean, I don't know. They're gonna do whatever they want to, and it's up to me if I want to watch it or not.
Right.
But like I said, I don't think Ryan is. I think Ryan's an excellent director. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
I think he's an excellent director.
One of the greatest.
And
in this generation.
And what's crazy is that all that fluff that they were doing with Blade, and they could have gave that to. I would have shifted Blade to. This is just me personally. After seeing the numbers that Center is getting, the reaction. This is early reaction, 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. Yep. I'm shifting Blade to Ryan. Ryan is going to lead Black Panther. I know you got a story to tell, big dog, but you have something here that we can capitalize if you do Blade.
Right.
You see what I mean? So I'm shifting Ryan to Blade. Daniel Destin Creighton could take over. The Russos could take over Black Panther. You know what I mean? One of the Russos. He ain't got to be both. It could be one of the Russos. Hey, which one of y'all want to do Black Panther?
Right.
And I'm just shuffling the deck because if you really want people, this is just me. If you really want people to get back on board, I will shuffle the deck. Or hear me out on this one because you said him earlier. Bring back Josh Whedon. Let him do Black Panther.
Or I mean, yeah. It's hard to bring him back because whatever he ain't been convicted or nothing though, or nothing like that. But the controversy behind it.
Yeah.
But I'm with you. Bring back the architect of Marvel and get rid of Feige. I'm all on board with getting rid of Feige. I don't know, Lawrence. I don't know if he want to do stuff after Black Panther 2. I think he's checked out. He will not talk about Black Panther 3. Other than the little rumor, the Denzel thing. Oh, I would love to. All he says is I would love to work with Denzel.
Yeah, Josh is.
Yeah,
Which kind of sucks. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I've heard more about Jonathan than I had about Josh. But
right,
let me not, So yeah, but. Guys, what do you guys think about this? I'm gonna get off of this because, it's like I said, I don't want it to look like or even seem like I'm downing Ryan Coogler because I think Ryan Coogler is amazing. Right. I think because like I've always said this. I've always said Black Panther Wakanda Forever is a good movie. It's just a very bad Black Panther story.
Yep.
It's a very bad Black Panther story. The movie itself, because movies, you got to look at it. This is the way I look at it. It's a theme. Theme is grief. That's the theme of the movie. How well does it execute the theme of the movie? And how well does it resonate with you? Because at the end of the day, movies are emotion. The Minecraft movie, people getting excited about chicken josting. You know what I mean? And throw a popcorn. That's an emotion. Right. You know what I mean? Now, it's the wrong emotion for, and he gonna say, what color these folks are and how they can do that. But, what I mean? Let me get excited. I might get thrown out the movie. But anyway, but it's an emotion. That's all it is. How well does it play into the emotion of of what you're feeling? And does it resonate with you? And you can say what you want to about Black Panther Wakanda Forever, but it does execute the theme well. I just don't like what they done with the characters, because it ain't just what they did with Chadwick, the character, what they did with Ramonda. You know what I mean?
No, they did. To piggyback on you, they did execute the grief well. It was just misplaced. It was misplaced because it was off the back of
Chadwick.
Of Chadwick passing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I think it's just every time I think of that, I think it's disgusting. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hate to say it, I just think that was a poor move, a bad, I would say read the room, but a lot of Black people wanted that death.
They had no problem going to that funeral.
Yeah, a lot of people wanted that. I don't understand why you would want to celebrate a man's, because that's what kind of it was. It was kind of like a celebration of death. You know what I'm saying? In that movie, Chad died, so hey, we're gonna give y'all this movie. And this, I was like, that's crazy. That's crazy to me.
Crazy. That's yep. So, like I said, as far as like the directing, and you look at certain shots and certain tones and stuff for the film, it's directed excellently. I can't knock that.
Mm-hmm.
I can't knock. There's some parts of that movie that's really good. I can't knock that. I just the beginning of that movie makes me not want to watch it anymore, for obvious reasons. So, and it's just because of, like you said, is the way that they use this man's death to tell a story is, to me, is unforgivable. I can't rock with it.
Can't rock with that at all.
Everybody else, I ain't got nothing to do with that. You know what I mean? But for me, nah, big dog, I can't do it. I can't do it. So anyway, what do you guys think about this story? Just put it in the chat. What do you guys think about it? Do you think Marvel is going to get that old feeling back? Put it in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. All right. Exactly. One of them was celebrated. We don't even know what happened to. We didn't see her. Did Daddy didn't get that celebration? The mama didn't get that celebration?
Nope.
Just say it.
Just death.
So yeah. Anyway, let me share my screen real quick. Let's get to The Last of Us, episode 1 of season 2. If you haven't watched this, well, I'm going to go over certain parts of this. If you've seen my reviews before, you know that I skip ahead, let you guys know what's going on, so I don't get in trouble with HBO, because HBO should be down in a heartbeat. So I got to skip. I just got to do it frame by frame. Huh?
We got to get mad at these companies, man. They got to let us do some of these reviews.
Yeah, let us do it the right way.
They got to come on, man. We generate user-generated content for y'all. Basically free promotion, and y'all trying to kill us. That's crazy.
Under the guise of like we can't, like, that's why I always put the Fair Act. You said all of my videos, because you can't tell me that this is not part of free use. Excuse me. And it's a lot of other people that's like that. Joe Budden is like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, whatever. But we start off with Joel and Ellie, and Joel is lying to Ellie, about, this is from the end of season 1, when he rescued her, because she was supposed to be, she's the cure. They know that she was a cure. She was supposed to be taken to the hospital, chopped up, you know what I'm saying? All of that for her blood, because she has a cure in her blood. And he saved her because he got attached. So now we're looking at the aftermath of, that decision of him, saving her. And then we open up with the Fireflies. Now, this was dope, because this is like with the giraffes and all of that. That's all from the video game.
Yeah. That's
all from the video game. And you meeting up with these group of Fireflies. My man Joaquin Torres is in the house. The new Falcon, everybody.
The new Falcon.
The new Falcon is in the house. Hold on real quick. This scene, I want to say this scene is an extension off of the video game, because they want to explore elements that you didn't see in the actual game, and actually give that a little bit of depth. If I'm not mistaken. So I'm just trying to get to make sure that I'm getting the cast correctly on this, because I don't want to, because every time I do this, I be messing up on somebody's name, and somebody in the comments section be like, man, this don't know what he talking about.
He don't know what he talking about.
Stuff is free, and he still don't want to use it. So trying to get, I think her name is Abby, which
Abby, yeah.
Abby is from the, I know everybody in here is from the game. That sister is the actual, remember the character model for the Asian girl with the bald head?
Yep, that's her.
That's her. that everybody had a trip off of in a video game.
She was
First of all, that woman's fine.
No, she is. She was also in is it Sabrina the Teenage Witch she was in? No.
Was she?
Wednesday. It was either Sabrina or Wednesday she's in. She plays a witch, or they are witches in her.
Yeah. But yeah, that's her. So yeah. So they're having this conversation because all the people that died because they were supposed to have Ellie's blood. And which I don't know why just didn't do a blood transfer. I mean, just cipher up enough blood to, to be able to concentrate it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And if you got the sign, why would you go kill her?
That's
like
crazy.
That didn't make any
blood,
sense.
Give her some cookies and orange juice. Take some more blood, more cookies and orange juice. Come on, man. Y'all know how to do this.
Get the plasma or whatever. I don't know how it works, but I'm not gonna lie. Doesn't this remind you of a video? The way that they shot this, doesn't this remind you of a video game, like a cutscene?
Cutscene with some dialogue.
Yeah, this remind me of a cutscene. The way everybody is everybody's looking, but she's pissed because she know that Joel was supposed to deliver Ellie. He never did, and she lost her father. So they like, what we supposed to do? What we gonna do? They was like, hooly hoo. Matter of fact, I'm gonna use that as the new super chat.
Super chat.
We over here down bad like no limit. Hooly hoo. But now they're on a mission to go look for Joel because Joel was supposed to deliver, and all these people died. Remember, he got into a gunfight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It shot up everybody. Doctors, all of that blew. And it could have been one of the doctors that she killed, could have been her father.
Right.
I think they will explore that later on. They didn't really hint to that. But, everybody, he killed everybody. So not only, and this was good because at the end, when you listen to the end of the podcast, when they tell you, and that's one thing I do like about HBO, they do the recap with the directors and you know what I'm saying, and different people that's producing the show.
Imagine if they let us do the recaps, like not just me and you, but just YouTubers, and allow us, you know what I'm saying, to really get busy. Instead of paying all those people all that money, you can pay, you know what I'm saying? We can get some of it. Imagine 3 or 4 major YouTube channels doing a recap every Monday.
That would be dope. That would be dope. God, I almost lost my train of thought. So anyway, what I did like, you're right about that, and I do like, the fact that they do have some of the actors. I think it would be dope for the YouTubers to do the podcast.
Yeah,
but what is also dope in here, you getting the actor's point of view of what they were in particular scenes and stuff like that, which is dope because this is something that I think Disney Plus, you know what I'm saying, this is something that Apple TV, they need to do these recaps with the actual actors and the directors and certain YouTubers so they can be able to tell exactly what they were feeling in this scene and the reason why this scene is like this.
Remember, Walking Dead used to do that.
Yeah, Walking Dead. Matter of fact, wasn't Walking Dead HBO?
No, that's AMC. That's
AMC. Yeah, that's AMC. Yeah. That's AMC. But yeah, so what I do like is that one of the directors said the one thing that was interesting about the game, even though you're Joel or Ellie, you're these POV characters, the game is still ambiguous because whoever the protagonist is depends on what side of the coin you're standing on. Right. You know what I'm saying? Whether they're the clickers because they just want to live. You know what I mean? They're a parasite. They're trying to survive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whether you're the Fireflies that's going after Joel because of what his actions are, or if you're Joel and Ellie and the people in the compound, it just depends on what side of the coin that you're on. And I do like that because then you're not rooting for somebody because they're bad or good. You're rooting on them because what action would you have taken at that time?
Yeah.
Me personally, Ellie would have been dead. Ellie would have been gone. We're trying to get the cure. You got it. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, little girl, we holler at you later when I'm cured.
But I don't know. He spent too much time with her though. He spent too much time with her. So
yeah, he saved her. You know what I'm saying?
He our uncle now. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
because
how long they done been together since he found her?
It's 5 years.
5 years.
Yeah, this is a 5-year time jump. In this from there to here, it's a 5-year time jump because now she's 19. When he got her, she was 13, 14 years old.
Yeah, so but I hear you, man. He said, "Damn, cold-blooded." I mean, it's,
my little girl.
Dylan, the thing is, I love these dystopian futures, these end of the world scenarios.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, because it make you wonder what would you do in the scenario? What would you do in the situation? You know what I'm saying? I think this situation is a little bit easier than some of the situations I've been seeing on some TV stuff. You know what I'm saying? But it's just crazy how they always show how the world just goes to shit so fast. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, would it really happen like that? Would the world really just start eating itself ASAP? You know what I mean?
I mean, we seen this with the pandemic, man. People was over there fighting over toilet paper. You couldn't even go to Costco's or whatever to go get toilet paper without people literally fist fighting.
Toilet paper and
hand sanitizer.
The chicken sandwich from
chicken
Popeye.
sandwich from Popeyes.
They was fighting.
Hey, look, hold up. Let me tell you something. And this is not even trying to be racist, but a black man walking around with a young white woman, they will kill me quicker than the clicker. Nah, little white woman, you gotta go. Sorry.
I was just watching a TV show, or I was watching something, and that's exactly what happened, man. He was, you know.
Matter of fact, shout out to Mika G and Cinematic Nightmares when she talked about Night of the Living Dead, the original.
Yeah.
They did. They fighting against zombies to kill the black dude.
Yeah.
Just because out of everything. Okay.
Out of everything. That's crazy.
Nah, I'm good. Nah, little girl, you good? I'm out.
Yeah.
All right. So skipping the intro, which I still think House of the Dragon, they got some of the best intros. They got some of the best intros. What up, Buck Thoughts? What's good?
And I like that they put like Easter eggs in the title crawl. That's dope.
And you know what's also dope is that he was like, Roberta was feeling me. Now I done shot all these white people to try to get this white woman to the nope. I'm dead. I'm DOA on arrival. I don't care. We in a dystopian future. They shooting my black behind. Nope. But what I do like about the parasite is that if you ever hear about that parasite to get it to the ants, and the ants becomes out, it's the same thing.
Same thing, yeah.
That's why I really like how this parasite works. So now this kind of confused me at the beginning. This was Ellie training the cordyceps. Yep. This was Ellie training. I thought that she was not unhand the girl, please, sir. But she was out here training. And again, my man was holding back because he could have. Because at first I'm like, why is she fighting this dude in the barn? Because they was trying to make it seem like it was a little
like it was about to go down.
Like it was a great situation going on. She had to defend herself. You know what I mean? I'm like, wow, you know what I'm saying? So it was all a training montage. He was like, he was holding back because, he didn't want to hurt her. Again, not trying to be rude, but soon as she would have put me in that rear naked chokehold, I'm doing what old boy did to Sam Wilson. She's getting body. As a matter of fact, she's getting power bombed repeatedly.
Power bomb, yeah, couple times.
I'm sorry. Nah, you ain't rear naked choking me with your legs, and I know you're a good 145 pounds. Oh yeah. You
getting tossed around.
Yeah,
she probably not even that.
Probably not, but she getting that work. You know what I mean?
She's definitely getting work.
I'm like, yeah, you not holding back. Why should I? You know what I mean? I'll probably somebody go walk in and see something different anyway. I might get shot, so I might as well go ahead and get.
Might as well go all out. Let me go ahead and get you off of me.
I might as well go go ahead and get this work in.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? While I'm at it.
Workout, this cardio. Hey, Perp, that is dope that they are both from Game of Thrones, though. Her and Pedro.
That's right. She is from Game of Thrones.
Mm-hmm.
So, but again, that's HBO. Still have you've never heard HBO doing any of their actors wrong.
Right.
Let's keep it a buck. You know what I mean? So you never heard that. So they're making sure that they're taken care of. Again, HBO is as bad as Warner Brothers sometimes can be. HBO has shown this is what you could do. HBO Max shown this is what you could do with these actual characters. I mean, these actors, and how to be able to take care of your talent personally. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, my man was like, "Yo, Cuz was holding back. He let you get away with that." It's just you got mad and was like, "Don't pull your punches again." Look, this is again.
Girl, if I don't pull my punches, it's Thanos punching fucking Captain America.
I'm knocking you all across. Man, just one good one. Yep. One good one. You ain't waking up. You waking up 4 days later talking about which one of y'all kicked me. So this is Jesse. We introduced to Jesse, but then he was trying to get her to go on the mission, which the mission was done by Joel, and she got pissed off, about it. But again, this is and what I do like is that this is all a set. This is all a set.
It was a Hollywood town. Like for a Western.
Exactly. Matter of fact, this kind of reminds me of the towns from The Harder They Fall too.
Yeah. If you look into the history of it, back when they was doing that, they would actually make full towns.
Yeah,
and go shoot these films in.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And this looks, for one, you could tell they upped the budget.
Blazing Saddles.
Exactly. Not that set. You know the set at the end. Yeah. That's funny. Oh man. But yeah, so you can tell they upped the budget. This looks amazing. This looks really good. You know what I'm saying? As far as the set. So this is something that I don't think that they're aware of. But anytime that you actually see these vines in here, the cordyceps hide in those vines inside of these pipes. But they're all busted. So I don't want to play too much of those because they're cleaning them out. So we're now with Joel. Joel is over here fixing a breaker. And then we're introduced, I think this is Diana that we're introduced to. And Diana's hanging out. And if you play the video game, you know who she is. Which I've only played. I played Last of Us Part 3. It was the Ellie story.
2.5.
Did I say Diana or did I say Dina?
Dina.
I said Diana.
Dina.
Yeah, it's 2.5. I think because it's Ellie's story that I played. But yeah, she's basically trying to figure out exactly what Joel and Ellie's relationship is, and trying to get them to be able to hang back out and chill out. Now, while people was hating on Ellie's actor doesn't look like her, she doesn't look like the character from the video game either, because little mama cute, and the one in the video game is not. So I don't know if y'all want to flip or
they
what.
Got the reverse busted.
But he was basically having a therapy session, and it's funny because Kevin McAllister's mom is the therapist.
Is the therapist,
And I'm like, how is she the last? She's in The Last of Us. She left Kevin in Chicago.
Left him in Chi-Town. Left him in Chi-Town.
That kid had to fend for himself.
You know, you brought up the cordyceps vines and stuff like that, man. That's the what do they call it? The mycelium network, which is actually real. They say that fungus, or you know what I'm saying, vines run throughout Earth, you know what I'm saying, throughout the world. And so touching a fungus over here, now I mean, it's a theory, I ain't gonna say it's real, but it's a theory. If you touch a fungus over here, that fungus in California might be, you know what I'm saying, that it's all connected some type of way. I was like, that's crazy when you really think about like communicating. Imagine if you can just stick your hand in the dirt, you know what I'm saying, and you stick your hand in the dirt, or I stick my hand in the dirt, and you know what I'm saying, transfer fucking messages that way. Exactly. That'd be crazy, man.
That's crazy. Which crazy. I do believe. This is just my theory. I'm not a scientist, but I played one on television. that I believe that we do connect through vibrations. You just like, have you ever been like, man, I was just thinking that, or I was thinking about somebody, and next thing you know, they're calling.
They calling you, yeah.
You know what I mean? Or something like that. I do believe in that, but I believe, you know, in a vibrational, almost ESP type of thing. But that's just me, because I also believe the world is a pizza. So
the world is a pizza, y'all. Not the world is a pizza.
Not necessarily deja vu. I do believe in deja vu, because I've literally been like,
I've had deja vu.
Here. I'm like, oh snap, I've dripped this. And I'm like, I'm living it. And I'm like, oh.
You talk about stuff like you ever heard of the Akashic record?
It sounds familiar. Explain.
It's basically kind of like the spiritual internet. So like everything. Think of hive mind almost. So everything that is human that we've ever accomplished in all of eternity is in the Akashic record, and you can pull from it at any time, communicate through it, stuff like that. And that's why you have, like you said, oh shit, I was just thinking of old girl and she hit me up. You know what I'm saying? Like it'd be stuff like that because of, like you say, either that vibrational or spiritual aspect of things. It's, I mean, you know, never know, man. Things is crazy out here.
Yeah.
And we don't have the answer for nothing.
Yeah, we don't. And that's why I said I play one on television. I'm just all right. So you got the clicker over here. Chewing on his deer. I mean, he was up here. I'm talking about munching good too.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Anytime I have a good hot wing, that's exactly what it looks like, man. Let me play it one more time. That's like, wow, oh, snap.
That's the wrong angle.
Right. So she's out here with Tommy. Tommy is the brother of Joe. He's out, he's out here training her to shoot. And Tommy is out here being the good uncle. Everybody got the cool uncle. You know what I'm saying? They'll let you get away with stuff, knowing damn well your daddy to tell you not to be out here. But your uncle, hey, come out here, have this beer with me real quick. Uncle Dennis. Right. So he's out, you know what I'm saying? So he's out here, showing her how to shoot. She's getting better, and stuff like that. Even though she leaves one of them, she shoots one of them, and the one that she shoots, I gotta stop it and start it, stop and start. Ghost ride the whip. You know what I'm saying?
Ghost ride the whip.
And so again, this is why I like, if you ever seen the cordyceps and you see the ant, it looks like this though. Like the ants, when they start to have the stuff, the fungi coming out their body, it looks like
they crawl up to the top of the tree and die.
Yep. And so the fungus can be able to spread to another ant, and it just in a cycle repeats over and over again. They just not eating people or eating certain things so it can survive, but it's eating it, alive, which is crazy. But he shot him he shot that one in the foot.
They said they make cordyceps supplements, certain types of active. Yeah. That's what is it? Lion's mane is a cordyceps fungus, I want to say, and it's actually good for your mental health. So
is it honey goat? I mean, no, what's it? Goat weed? Is that
horny goat weed?
Yeah, horny goat weed.
I don't think so. I think that's an actual plant. I don't think it's fungus. I know lion's mane. regular mushrooms like shiitake and all that stuff like that, but ones that's for your, I know the lion's mane is good for your mental and focus and stuff like that. It's another one that's good for your gut, but I can't think of it right now. But they say that the cordyceps, they say if it ever figured out a way to invade
the
human beings, we would be done.
Yeah, we're out of here.
We'll be done.
We're out of here. We're just climbing trees.
I think it can't, with mammals, it can't get through the something with the brain membrane or something like that. It's just a thin layer of skin, or you know what I'm saying, that stops it from getting through. That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
Wild.
Yeah.
If you really think about that, that's wild.
Yeah. But what was dope about that clicker, man, in most zombie movies or films, we never really see them go after wildlife. I think we got that one time in Walking Dead when they ate Rick's horse, but after that, they never ate the horses no more. They never ate deer or anything, because they were just out hunting deer. You know what I'm saying? They'll hunt the deer, but then the zombies will show up, but the zombies never fuck with the deer, which was weird to me. So it's dope seeing the clickers actually going after deer and game and livestock and stuff like that. I always wonder why, like, if these deers if these zombies or clickers or whatever is wandering the woods, they should be killing up all the, you know what I'm saying?
Everything.
The stuff that's out there.
Everything. And what's crazy is that you never see the clickers, the wildlife turn into the clickers. So now that would be scary.
That would be scary. Yeah.
If they if they could affect non-human beings, but they're starting to affect the actual wildlife. You're done.
Right.
You wild bear with that thing on his face. Yeah, I'm good. So they going back to the compound, and he's basically, is telling her to, kind of get Joel a chip, and she's making a stupid face while she's rolling off because she got it in good.
Right.
So now they're inside the compound, but as always, you got guard duty. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, just think of the cordyceps on these German shepherds.
Yeah.
Nah, that'd be creepy. That'd be scary. And this is Tommy's wife, and she's having a conversation with Joel, and basically the conversation is just going about what that for one, Ellie is growing up, so you kind of got to let her be. But he was like, man, she won't even talk to me. She won't do this and the other. And there's got to be, and she's like, there's got to be more to this than meets the eye.
Right.
Because there's no, of course she's 19. She's going to grow up. She's going to do what 19-year-olds do. But why, the disconnect now? What are you not doing? Why are you not connected? Of course, he's with his nephew. Tommy walks in. He lets her know that she's citizens on patrol.
Citizens on patrol.
Hey, that's my movie though.
I ain't heard that in a minute.
So she's out there. She was like, just do what you got. Just do what you got to do for, and plus he's going to therapy. Like I said, he's with Kevin McAllister's mama doing the therapy. Because at first I was like, who is she? Yeah, I was like, that's Kevin McAllister. That's is it Catherine O'Hara?
Yeah, I think it's Catherine O'Hara.
Yeah. So Beetlejuice. Yeah. Yeah. I was Catherine O'Hara. I was surprised to see her in this. You know what I mean? I actually, she kind of made me excited because we're, it's a big time actress or something like that, but it's a different flavor that was in there.
Yeah. I haven't seen her in and maybe I just missed her, but I haven't seen her in TV.
I know she's probably done some stuff. It's just some stuff that I personally haven't.
Yeah, that's what I haven't personally seen it. So it's like I said, a breath of fresh air seeing her do this. So, dope.
Yeah, it was dope to see her. But I was like, it's funny. Like I said, it's an oxymoron that she's in The Last of Us, and her biggest role was leaving the kid at the airport. So, she's in here and he's paying her in weed. And she was like, "What is this? High school?" Like she,
Yeah.
yeah, this is all I got. This
That's
is all I got. We compared
Take
her
it or
in
leave
bud.
it.
You know, it ain't like we got some money in here. So it's like you got 45 minutes to tell what's going on. And she's a psycho. What she did, she said she was a psychoanalyst. She's not really a therapist, but she was like, I could tell you that you're lying about something. You know,
Did she say she worked for like the feds or something? Or some kind of law enforcement or something? Because being a, you know what I'm saying, that's how they profile like killers and stuff. They, you know, get a psychoanalyst to come in.
To be able to break stuff down. And he was basically breaking her, breaking him down. And then because he's drinking, and she had a moment that she broke down. She was like, you know what? I hate you. She was like, because you killed my husband. Basically, her husband turned to a clicker, and he had to do what he had to do. And which is crazy. Now, this is a question. What side of the coin would you be on? Your significant other, you've been with 30 some odd years, turns into a monstrous thing that needs to be put down because he can literally kill everybody. He got to be put down. And you're mad at the guy who put it. Yeah, you're mad at the guy who put him down. This is like,
I guess you know what I'm saying, because you never get to say your goodbye, you know, something like that. I don't think she should be mad. She should actually be understanding, like, ain't no coming back from that, you know what I'm saying? But I get it, because it's like, damn, this my dude I've been with for 30 years. I ain't get to say no goodbye. Now he just looking at me like I'm lunch meat, but gotta put him down.
All head cheese. You all head cheese right there. So, you know, she just expressed to him that, you know, every time you come in here, I hate you even more because you killed my husband. And I know you had to do, but that's just what I'm feeling. Which, again, it's a feeling. And it doesn't mean she's right, you know, because, again, you know, do you want him to bite you too? Y'all just be both cordyceps so y'all can live in the afterlife together? Like, you know.
Right. Now I got to put both of y'all down.
Exactly. You know. So somebody had to go, you know what I mean? And I get it, you know? So she was like, once she expressed that, she was like, I know you know something, you know, that is eating away at you. And this is why I said, this is why I believe that Pedro is an excellent actor. You know what I mean? Because he had to say that single tear. That single tear said, I saved her. You know what I mean? Like, and he knows deep down inside that, let's be real, if he saves this girl, if he doesn't save this girl and he sends her to the Fireflies, is it a chance that more people could have survived? And he's paying the weight of the world on what could have been the survival of the human race, or because he's selfish, because he lost his daughter and he used her as a surrogate daughter. And at the time where she really needed him. You know, she was a young little girl, all of that. Now she's trying to rear neck choke people with her feet. So she don't need you now. So now I'm kind of thinking I should have let you die a little more. See, this is what I'm saying. What I said at the beginning, Ellie would have been done.
Texas lariat. Would have been done.
I would have reversed her, put her in the Texas clover leaf, and she would have never survived. But now, what was you getting ready to say?
What was you about to say? I was just laughing at you.
I'm telling you. So she would have been done. Now, mind you, if you look at her arm, that's where she was bitten last season. If you look at her left, her right arm, there where she got the tattoo at, which is in the video game. So all of this that she's doing is in the video game. But you can see right here where she was bit at it last season, how her skin healed. Right. So what the crazy part of that is that, again, if they would have just said, hey, what we're going to do, all right, she would have had strong thighs. I tried. She would have had strong thighs with me. Texas cloverleaf, your thigh bone, all of that's done. I watched my man Stone Cold do it many a times. Texas Cloverleaf. My man Dean Malenko. Texas Cloverleaf. You see your thighs, get out of that.
Dean Malenko.
But she's over here cleaning her gun. But they showed the emphasis on that because that's going to come back later. You know what I mean? They show the emphasis of the wound because she is the cure. Because the first thing I would have been asking was, what happened to your arm? If she's showing her arms, everybody, what's going on with your arm? What happened right there? Yeah, Buck, a man of 1,000
I got a question
holes.
for you. Dean Malenko. I got a question for you. Remember when she was trying to save her friend in the mall and she, you know what I'm saying, she cut herself and tried to feed
her the blood.
Feed her the blood, injected into, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
How does it work?
I don't know if they were going to try to inject it through the bloodstream, because if you inject it through your mouth, you're just going to her stomach acids. You know what I mean? So I don't think the blood is going to be able to survive. It's not like it's not like a pill form where it gets, once it hits your stomach acids, now it can be able to link and connect to blood tissue or the tissue in your stomach lining, which basically goes into your bloodstream. And I don't think it's like that. So were they going to chop her up, you know what I'm saying, and make pill forms out of her? I don't know. I don't know how it goes. But
did you take your vitamins this morning, Dre?
Right, exactly. Now I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of mad at her how she was cleaning this gun though, because I'm like, you putting too much oil on that.
Way too much oil.
Too much oil on that. I don't see you with a rag, no nothing. Just squeezing oil all through the. I like that. Did it cut? You sure ain't. It's gonna jam. And then she didn't even check to see if it, she didn't even rack it. She was pissing me off. Anyway, that's because I was cleaning mine, and I spent like an hour making sure that mug rack right before anything. But yeah, we got Dina came over, and see, this is where I was like, Dina. Now I've seen that clip from The Last of Us in the video game. This is like the backstory of it. So I never put two and two together because I haven't finished it. I didn't really play all of that game. So when she was over here trying to get her, she was a little too close. We're like, yeah, let me go ahead and put your gun right there, boss. Oh, is that your gun? No, you ain't got no gun, boss, but I'm getting close.
But I'm happy to see you either way.
Yeah, she was a little too happy to be all up again. Hey, look. There's boundaries, but Ellie, it's already established that Ellie was a lesbian in season 1, so we already know. So
right,
but she don't, she the cure, and she don't know these people if they're gonna accept her or not. So she don't know, So she ride on the dusty trail. Jesse is trying to get all the people because,
I'm laughing at you, man.
So it ain't really the dusty, it's the snowy trail. They were like, y'all 5 minutes late. See, if she wasn't trying to fondle my cheeks, I would have been on time, Jesse, but somebody was over there getting too close. You know what I'm saying? This ain't next. This, you know what I mean? You making it hard for me right now to get here on time. So Jesse was like, hey, we need to go ahead and do a recon mission. We're going to do it to the thing. Now, Jesse and Dina used to talk. But obviously, that's how she feel about her ex-boyfriend. No respect. No respect. Just none. Rodney Dangerfield.
No respect.
Get no respect. She over here like, whatever. We going to go on this recon mission anyway. Going to be me and you. You know what I mean? And Jesse sitting up there looking stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, both of y'all are idiots, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? Go on the mission. Just don't get in trouble. So these two idiots. Yeah, because I'm gonna call it what they are. They're idiots.
Idiots.
These two idiots
Stevie, you idiots.
Because they're supposed to be looking out. They know that there's clickers in here. They're outside of the town. So what we're gonna try to do is make sure they don't get inside of the town. So we're gonna go in, kill these clickers, and get them over with. And they're sitting over here chatting it up. You know what I'm saying? And they see the blood that's on there. Right, so they're so lively for some action. These people like, nah, I don't think we should do this. Now, 2 adults are saying, Three adults is like, nah, I don't think I should do it. But see, you got the trail of blood sitting over here, and these two idiots is going to go into town to try to find out what's going on. My man, the bears over here, you got missing limbs.
That's crazy that they took the bear down. Who takes a bear down?
A bear. You know what I'm saying? A grizzly bear at that.
Yeah.
Or it could have been a brown bear. I think that might have been a brown bear.
That was a pretty big bear. Either way, it was a big bear.
It's a bear. So there's missing pieces, all of that. They go into town. Instead of everybody going into town, they send these two. You know what I'm saying? To go into town. And it was like, yo, we could go into, we should just go in here and see what's cracking, if you want a little bit of action. Now they finally was like, yeah, let's go inside. Let's go in here. Let's see what's going on. Because if there's clicker in here eating bears, I'm talking about straight eating a bear, then we could be able to go in here and take care of these clicker. Grown folks, let two teenagers. I mean, they're early 20s. Let's say give them that. Let's go in here and see. I'm not. A part of me ain't mad because I've been like, go, yeah, please go in there. I want y'all to get 8 because y'all ain't gonna listen to us anyway. And it was like, we'll go in there in 5. They're not back in 5 minutes. We'll go. And Ellie is too happy to do this. You know what I mean? They made her way too excited to go in there. Now I ain't gonna lie. That 9 she got, that Chrome 9 is nice. I ain't gonna hold you. That's nice.
That is nice.
That's nice. She got the old shotgun with her. You know what I mean? But is it enough? You know what I mean? So and again, that's why I like watching the podcast at the end. She was saying that Ellie is the bronze, the brawn of the group, and Dina's the brain. So she knew that there were 2 clickers in there. So if 2 of us go in there, we could be able to take them down. So they go in there looking for action. Again, there was a sign in here. I mean, a saying in here. It did rub me the wrong way, but I understand because it was because of the character. She was like, do you want to go in here, or are you waiting for the men to come in here? And he was like, all right, let's go in here. Right. Like, at first I was like, but I was like, that's something that Elliot say. Right, because he's a jackass. You know what I mean? So it's a different. Oh, okay. Because I was reading the chat like, huh? Oh, okay. But so they go in there, they hear the clicker. They was like, oh, we gonna stab a clicker. I don't get it. I don't know about you, but I came in here with a Chrome 9mm. I know I got some extra clip. Who still making ammunition at this time is beyond me. But maybe they got the ammunition from old boy from season 1 because he had a bunker full of crap. You know what I mean? So
it don't take much to make ammo though.
It don't, but are we talking about in a dystopian town making bullets?
If they lead,
you're right. Because all you got to do is get the shell cases or whatever, and basically remold them back again.
Remold them. And shell casings, they could just go pick up old shell casings, do the lead, and call it a day.
Yeah, that is true. But this is my thing. They talking about we gonna go in there and stab him, Jason Voorhees style. I got a shotgun and a 9. I'm not stabbing Jack. I'm going for. Matter of fact, I'm going for the head.
Was it a sound thing? Is that what it is?
I know it's a sound. Yeah, it is a sound thing. Because if they shoot, you know what I'm saying? Which she does anyway. They thinking was gonna bring more of them in there. But since y'all making weapons, so ain't nobody thought about getting going South Central route, getting an old 45 or an old 30. You know what I'm saying? Or you know what I mean? And put the potato on it.
The potato on, not the potato. Yeah. Not going South Central on them.
Exactly. Put the potato on the barrel.
This Kansas City Smack Man.
The Kansas City Smack Man. Yeah, the Kansas City Smack Man with the potato on the end. I'm just saying. I'm just Hoover Deuce. And they put no good on the set.
Ray said.
He ain't no deuce. He a motherfucking Sherman. Oh man. So hey, I need to watch that. I ain't gonna watch that in a minute.
And Ray said What he say, loco? He said that he ain't no deuce. Hey, it's an OG call.
OG
I'm going to get it. Now you owe me $2
boxes. You forgot he a man. Oh my God, I need to watch that. I ain't seen that in a minute.
Oh man.
That's my movie though. South Central was my movie. My man had the worst. He had the worst ball cut in the history of haircuts.
J-Rock. Oh, whoever did that to J-Rock, he should have been shot.
Raw. All he needed was a rat tail in the back. Yep. And he would have been. He was right though. There was. You remember there was cats in the hood with the bowl though.
I had a bowl. Look. You got to go through it. Seemed like you got to go. When your daddy cut your hair, that be it.
When your uncle and your daddy cut your hair, you got the bow. Everybody go through it. So Ellie and them, they found the clicker. Now the clicker's over here doing pop locking moves and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like pop, 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 bump it up, bump up. And she's over here like she got to move in silent. Again, this is straight. Now I will give them this. The angles that they use is POV video game third person. Mm-hmm. It's some of the angles that they was using. I was like, that's dope because it reminds you of the video game.
Yeah,
where she got to, she's not trying to make any sounds or whatever, and she's creeping on him. My man is over here like, huh? Like if you watch my man move, like she jumped on him. Now I thought that was stupid.
Yeah,
she jumped on his back.
Stab.
Now, this is just me, and see if you agree with me on this one. If you run up on him, put the gun to his head, and blow that son of a gun off.
That's it.
You jumping on his back unnecessarily to stab him to half to death. You're still making noise because he's moving around.
Yeah.
So that's just me. Anybody who played the video game, am I wrong? Or do you think she's making way more noise doing this? Jumping, I wouldn't want to be on that thing's neck. I don't know if any of pieces of his head gonna fall on me or touch him or touch my hand.
Get in my nasal cavity. I start breathing it in.
Yeah, get in my eye. Oh man, you got.
But I guess she immune though. She immune, so
I don't want that in my eye.
I don't want that in my eye.
No, and she over here like, this is what I do. You know what I'm saying? I get it, but yeah, now you did all of that. Well, you could have just ran up on him, bloop. You know what I mean? And I'm talking about,
bye, baby. Just
you know what I mean? I'm sorry.
Ran up on him like Wax on Menace. Hey, homie, you need some help?
You help. Bloop. Yeah. Ellie acted more reckless, dude. In that, what about Yeah, she was, and I think that's what was pissing me off. Because you over here, and I'm gonna show it. You know what I'm saying? I dare HBO to say something. But she was over here like, see, this is what happens when you have a victory too early. This is what happens. You over here 1 minute, and you done fell through the shopping center. You done fell through the Fresh Mart. You know what I mean? That's what you get. Because if you would have shot him, be quiet, and moved on with your life, you wouldn't have had that problem.
Wouldn't have had that problem.
You know what I mean? You over here just jump on people, stabbing them. Yeah, embarrassing, Aisha. I was upset. I was like, this is what you get.
Now you're face down, ass up in the belt store.
And don't know. And for one, you know what else pissed? All right, she's not immune to death, but you know what else pissed me off? The adults heard this shit and let her ass have it. It would have been me. I hear that sound. Now her dumb ass went in there anyway. See, and she would have listened. See, this is Black Parenting 101. See, if she would have listened, your ass would have been on the floor. Now I gotta come get you. Now after I get out here, you're still getting a whooping because I told you.
And I better not get bit neither. If I get bit,
I bet your ass is done. I'll whoop your ass in the afterlife. Mm-hmm. So I'ma still act like a menace. You got all that. I'm mad at you. You poured out that blood in my car. Man, I was dying.
I was dying. You sound like a little bitch too, man. My bad, Roberta. My bad. She's still here. My bad, Roberta.
He's like, well, we know who killed you. And what's his name? What was his name? He just died in real life too last year.
Who that?
His cousin.
You talking about Safari?
Yeah.
I mean Saphir. Cousin Harold.
Yeah. Cousin Harold.
Cousin Harold.
Yeah, I know who smoked who shot you in Harold. Down for 187.
You know it.
Yeah. Oh, fool, you getting down. We over here talking about The Last of Us, quoting minutes in South Central. Oh snap. Man. It's funny because I've been next when I lived in LA, I went to that area and Watts, got right the fuck. I'm sorry, Roberta. All I'm saying, I got right back on the train. Nah, I'm good. I got to keep going. This
right over there by well, I don't even think it's over there no more. The Jordan Downs project.
Yeah, by Jordan Downs. Yeah, nah, I'm straight. Nah, I got right back on the train. Nah, I'm good. Ain't no exploring over here. So Elliot's trying to get whoever's watching this on the replay who's really wanted to watch this part.
Like, they're gonna be like, why they talking about ministers?
Hey, look.
Somebody moving this 30 years old.
That's on the Petro. Hey,
man, y'all
slinging all that. Y'all broke. hey, pump my gas though. All right, so Elliot's over here getting the People magazine from 1997 with Jennifer Aniston. Was the had the makeover of the year.
How did that survive?
I don't know. We need some dollars in the jar. I know. We over here.
Side quest. Nostalgic side quest.
Hey, only movie I got South Central. I mean, I got Boys, but Menace, but I don't have South Central. I need to get that. So she's finding this new clicker, and the new clicker is playing hide and go seek. Now she want to get the shotgun. Nah, you should have had the shotgun before. That's why I said it's a contradictory. She contradict herself on how she moved. Now you seen the big clicker with the infected head, no problem. You ought to say, I'm gonna stab him. Now you want to pull out the shotgun. No, don't pull out the shotgun now because you play a hide and go seek with the new clicker. You know what I mean? So she play a hide and go seek. You know what I mean? She's over here trying to make her move. That clicker is like, and see, this is why I was talking about the video game. There's certain scenes in here where you're seeing it from like a video game perspective.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where they go from behind her, like right here. That's kind of a video game perspective, which I like. Again, we give the Mario Brother movie their props for, what I'm saying, for, being a fairly decent adaptation of a video game. Last of Us is killing this because the way that they're putting the POV. Look, there go the clicker over here dog walking. And I believe that this is that same clicker that she shot, you know what I'm saying, in the foot. So that's why that clicker is kind of crawling.
Yeah.
Where she could have killed him, but this clicker is getting smart. You know what I'm saying? So she's like playing hide and go seek. And when I tell you this clicker is Batman, she turned around and she was like, "Come to me, mother lover," because I got to use words that I got to use the BET version of words.
Mickey Vicky,
you Mickey Vicky,
come on, Mickey Vicky.
And she was like, "Come to me, you Mickey Vicky, come to me." And my man, she's over here doing the head nod. See, she's over here breakdancing like
she could have shot it from that distance.
She could have shot her. Matter of fact, if she would have had the 9, she could have just, instead of using the shotgun, use a 9, get a direct hit. You know what I'm saying? But she wanted to sit up here and watch her jump around with her head. You know what I'm saying? And then now you want her to run up on you. She ain't running up on you. Now this is the one. Now she looks more like the cordyceps when you got the ants and the ants first start sprouting the fungus. She looks like when they first start sprouting. You know what I mean? So she's over here like, again, I would have been slowly walking up on her, but she's yelling at her. Run up on her, and she ducked because she's playing a good game of hide and seek. So that's what I was talking about. The way the cordyceps fell out of her head, she looks literally like the way that the fungus goes out of the ant head.
Mm-hmm.
And she's over here. Ellie can't even hear her. She's so good at hide and seek. She like, who's behind me? And that's what I like. Now, I think there's a good picture of her because she's in it. Now, she's the one who was at least got attacked by the bear. But I think she's the one who ate the bear.
Yeah.
Too. Because, I mean, nose is missing. You know, she got the scar on her face. Cordyceps coming out of her head. She's still human-like. So, you know what I mean? So, I wondered, is that the reason why she was playing hide and go seek so well? Because she's not full cordyceps.
And she thinks she's ugly?
Oh, yeah. She's most definitely is. And she was just looking at her like, you know what I'm saying? And then she got the thing coming out of her nose. That's disgusting. That's disgusting. But she's still over here, you know what I'm saying, with the shake. She got that crap. Let me not say that. But you know the shake if you come on, man.
She got the
cheeseburgers, man. I got the cheeseburgers.
Got these cheeseburgers.
Man, come on, man.
What?
But what you say?
And I said out.
And then I'm talking about perfect. I mean, Blake don't see. This is the reason why she got ran up on. She was over there. Give me some of that. Bitter. Bitter. Unless she wasn't trying to experience that, but she bitter. Now again, if you was right, she was right in front of you. You had the blinky. You didn't want to pull it out. You know what I mean? She over here biting the mess out of you. See what I'm mad at. She bitter, but didn't, take a bite out of crime. Like either chew on her.
Bite out of. Bang.
You know what I'm saying? She on her, and she was like, let me go, let me get 2 shots in. Get 2 shots. She bit me. Again, you got to find out how to be able to kill these things. You know what I mean? While they're over here biting people. If you would have shot them in the head, you wouldn't. You already showed that you a good shot. I don't get it. I think she was being reckless, like y'all said. You know what I mean?
Reckless.
She was just being reckless. So she over here shot. Now they got to go with further counsel. Now there's a part where she knew she was bit and she covered herself. Right? She covered herself so she couldn't tell Dina that she was bit. So now you got to.
I wonder why she did that though.
Because I don't think nobody knows. Remember, well, in the beginning, Tommy was telling her, stop yelling, at people, telling everybody you was bit. Shut up. You ain't nobody supposed to know. She was over there, I was bit. Everybody, I was bit. Again, this is the reason why that kid would have been. I would have left her with the fireflies, y'all. Dead.
With the fireflies.
I would have
ready to
left
be
her.
purged.
No one knows she's immune, but she's over here. She being too brash. I would have let her with the fireflies and let her be. She would have been a pill form right now. You know what I'm saying? And I would have had the cure. You know what I'm saying? Skip you. But she's over here. She's over here explaining to the council that about the new clicker, and the clicker was smart. The clicker was playing hide and go seek. The clicker was still had a human face. And Dita was like, "Yep, I seen it too." No, you didn't. You ain't seen nothing. You know what I mean? And then they're trying to figure out how we going to, survive this new threat. They believe that Dina didn't see nothing, but they know Ellie was telling the truth. You know what I mean? So again, now she got to fix her wounds. You know what I mean? Which I ain't gonna lie. Anytime that I see anybody cutting themselves, you know what I mean? And eyes nasty. See, I'm not
Stick
scared
yourself,
of
Tony.
Yeah. Stick yourself, pretty Tony. Stick yourself.
Do it again.
See, I'm not gonna lie. This is the only thing that makes me cringe in movies is when anybody is cutting themselves in a movie. I'm not gonna show it because it's nasty. But I literally clench up. Or if they show the point of view of somebody jumping from a building. I ain't gonna lie. It scares me. That's the only thing that scares me. Her cutting herself, and now that she gotta sew herself up. Yeah, you know what I mean? But again, she's over here in her diary writing about Dina. You know what I'm saying? Secret lovers. Yeah, that's
what is that an image
we
of?
are.
That the town?
It's like it looks like a doodle of the tail. I don't know. But she's over here in her happy thoughts. She's writing, don't F it up. You know what I mean? Because she's secret lovers. Yeah. You know what I mean? Oh, the Atlantic Star ass. You know what I mean? So Joe comes over because he done went to therapy, feeling good about himself.
He ready to go now?
Yeah, he ready to, let's talk about it. It said, so he's over here ready to talk. You know what I'm saying? But she ain't really ready to talk because she's acting like a brat. You know what I mean? He was like, oh, your string on your guitar is broke. You know what I'm saying? Let me go fix it. It's like, no, I don't need that. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to take it anyway. Which again is from the actual
game,
video game. Because there's scenes in there where they're playing he's playing the guitar for her. Now, there's a part in here where there was over there with fireworks. Where are they finding this stuff 5 years later? Is people bringing it? You know what I'm saying? Are they bringing it to the town from other places? How are you leaving town? You ain't got no car. You ain't got no petrol. Where are y'all getting all this stuff from?
Going to get it, man. The fireworks place.
Now, if you've seen this, fingernail, that's disgusting. Nasty Aisha is disgusting. But again, they perfectly recreated this from the video game where she's dancing with the guy. She's having a good time. They dancing like this is hee haw. You know what I'm saying? Or game.
Damn, I ain't heard that in a long time. Hee haw.
I'm in my nostalgia bag today. You know what I'm saying? Or have you ever seen anytime they have a hold down? They over here dancing like they in the hold down.
Oh,
you know what I mean? So they're like ding 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 going. It said ain't never going during instead. And Ellie just looking like, you know what I'm saying? Looking stupid. Like I wish you would dance with me. Come
American
on, dance
say,
with
where
me.
Them fans at?
Exactly. I know it's stank in there. I'm sorry, because I seen fireworks. I seen bullets. I ain't seen no soap. I ain't seen one complete bar of Ivory Dove, Irish Spring. You know what I'm saying? Nothing.
Nothing. They got to sleep with the barn doors open.
My man is like ding 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 ding. Yeah. Just see it again. They perfectly recreated this for the show. She was like, "Oh, y'all go get back together," and she's like, "No, he ain't," because he already know. You know what I'm saying? She was like, come on, dance with me. Come on, dance with me, baby. I want you. See, that's what they should have been playing. They over here playing. Hey, look, Dina said, I know we stink. Don't I stink? He was like, yeah, you smell horrible, but it don't matter. I'm with that funkiness tonight. You know what I mean? I'm with the funk. You know what I mean? So hold on real quick. There we go. So she was like, yeah, you a little steak. You smell like old barbecued meat that's been laying out for 10 days. But it don't matter. Yeah, it don't matter because I'm trying to get you to touch on something. I'm sorry. Let me she like the funk. Yeah, do you want the funk?
We want the phone.
Right. Do you like it and you want it? This is my thing though. I'm sorry.
Oh, tangy.
I'm American Ninja Girl. You are a fool for that. I work. Pull her comment up. Pull her comment up real quick. You'll see it. Hey, you'll see it. Pull her recent comment up. That is wild work. That's right crazy. There. That's wild work.
That's crazy.
See, This is me. I don't care how much I like you. You could be the finest thing on the face of the planet. But if you got a little twang,
A little twang to you.
I'm out.
Little bit more pep in your step than I'm used to.
I'm out. When you smell a little peppered, a little seasoned, I'm out.
Season. Wrong season. When you smell like onions and onions is out of season,
I'm out. He said, get that off screen. That's bad. That's bad. I'm sorry. I can't do it. I don't care how much I like you. I don't like funk. I don't even like me being funky. I will cover my mouth if I think my breath stinks. You know what I'm saying? I'm not raising my arms if I'm not sure. You know what I mean? And I know y'all remember. Yeah, I know you remember that. You know what I'm saying? No. You know what I'm saying? And she's over here, and she, pepper. You know what I'm saying? A little extra pepper. No, I'm
we
good.
Want the funk.
I'm good, and she's all up in my neck. You know what I'm saying? If I can smell your neck, and your neck smells a little funny. It smells like bologna meat.
Bologna meat, boiled bologna meat.
I'm good. But again, they recreated the show. I mean, recreated the scene for scene. They recreated the video game. Where the man was like, "This is a church." You know what I'm saying? There's family here. I don't want to see you guys smooching. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see all of that. He was like, I get it. I got it. Dude. I forgot what he called her. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me put the closed caption on real quick. He called her something, and I didn't catch it. He said, "You're in the church." Oh, that's what he called her. So it's not smell like mutton. Called
smell
her
like mutton. That mutton gets you in trouble.
And then Ellie said, "What?" He was like, "What the you just say?" Because Roberta's still in here. He said, "Ellie, no, my man came in here like, yow." Now he shoved her harder. He shoved him harder in the show than he did in the video game, because he kind of just pushed her in the video game. He pushed him.
Should have pushed the trip, put the leg out and push. Make them stumble and fall hard.
Yeah, but my man got a straight shove. You know what I mean? And then like, oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh my God. Can you believe the tomfoolery that's going on in the speakeasy tonight?
Right. And he was just trying to, and still, he was trying to protect Ellie, which I get that he was trying to protect Ellie. But Ellie ain't trying to have your protection. He ain't trying to have all that. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, what is wrong with you? Like, I'm over here trying to get my funk on. You know what I'm saying? Again,
trying to get this imaginary thing cracking.
You know what I mean? Zell, I get it. Ellie thinks she tough. Oh, you think you tough? I get it. I get. She thought she want to protect herself. She thinks she's tough. But again, this is where I believe sometimes you got to know your weight class. Even me, I'm not running up on them. It's certain people that I'm not running up on. I don't care how tough I think I am. Yep. I gotta know my weight
limits.
Class.
Yep, my limits.
To me, to me, you was gonna run up on old boy and do what?
I don't know, bite them and pass the virus on. So she bites people. Can she pass it on even though she can't?
That's a good question.
You
know what I'm saying? That's a good question. I used to say, Dad, don't embarrass me in front of my friends. But she embarrassed the hell out of him, though. Like,
too late.
And again, you know what I mean? I get it. Joe was that grown man, disrespected somebody he's protected, like a daughter, right? I didn't like the fact, and again, this is all from the video game, so I get it. This is all from the fact that she wanted to stand on her own too. Again, I'm letting y'all know now. I'm letting y'all know now. Tommy, let me holler at you for a second. Tommy, I'm about to drug this little chick.
Not about to drug.
You got some drugs that's going to have her knocked out for at least 24 hours. I'm sending her back to the Fireflies. She's getting out of the company. She's getting too big for her britches. Yeah. I'm sending her back to the Fireflies. I know I killed everybody, but nah, big dog. I ain't having this.
Nah,
you being too disrespectful. You being too disrespectful. You know what I mean? So yeah. So then look at, she's like, I would have left him in Chicago. If it was you, I would have left him in Chicago. Because that's what Kevin McAllister's mama is saying right now. I know how to leave a kid. You know what I mean?
Not I know how to leave a kid.
I would have left her.
Remember she made him, didn't she make him do like rock, paper, scissors or something like that to see who was gonna go, or no, who was gonna sit in first class, wasn't it? Wasn't it first class?
Yeah, to go to sit in first class. Kevin! Now, while she walking back looking all stupid, my man over there, Joe, just playing the guitar. Just trying to protect you, playing the guitar. I wish I could have somebody play the guitar for me. You know what I'm saying? That love me enough, that would teach me how to guitar. You
should hire you a mariachi band to just walk around with you playing your theme song.
I would. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm like, it's like, you know, I'm a jumbo jack man myself. You know what I mean? And I'm loaded with secret sauce. Make it funky. But again, while they over here, while everybody got all these fireworks, you know what you could be doing these fireworks right now? Making weapons.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Making weapons. And my man dropped the firework just when you start to see in that thing, the cordyceps in the vines moving.
Right.
Group. You know what I mean? Now, again, this should be the concern. Where, you know, so my question is the cordyceps, since it's a virus, it's a organism that hides inside of,
not a virus, it's a fungus, not a virus.
It's a fungus. I mean, so wouldn't it be smart that we knew, you know, especially Joel knows that these things are inside of pipes and different things like that? Wouldn't it be smart, because he left Kansas City? Remember, he went from Kansas City to Utah. So he knows inside of the pipes that there's fungus. Clear out the fungus with fire. Wouldn't that be smart to be able to burn a lot of these pipes? Burn the vines. You know what I mean? Because we don't know how far this is going out. I'm not saying blow it up, but you got to burn the vines because you could be able to burn out the fungus. Yeah, you're right. They got comfortable. It's 5 years. It's like those people in Kansas City that were just too comfortable living underground. And
I thought you were going to talk about the circus people. Or what was it? The zoo? Was it the zoo? Kansas City? St. Louis. That was St. Louis.
That was St. Louis.
St. Louis, yeah.
And now you got the Fireflies coming up, and they over here, you know, looking for revenge. And again, that goes back to the theme of it depends on what side of the coin that you on. You know, they're going to go find Joel, and we're going to have a big old turkey shoot. Now, she looks like Ellie. Now, I'm not going to lie. Maybe she was too old of an actress to play a younger Ellie, but she looks more like the character of Ellie from the video game than the actress does. But again, she's playing Abby, and she looks like Abby too. So
right,
go figure. And that was the end of the episode. We seeking revenge. Till next time on The Last of Us.
The Last of Us.
All right.
Next time
on Dragon Ball Z. But yeah, I like this episode. There's a lot of things that they played that's going to shake up for next season. There's going to be a lot more cordyceps, a lot more things that's going to happen. You got the Fireflies. You got they said it's going to be bigger in scale, so I can't wait to see what they're doing as far as what the actual what this season is going to bring and how they're going to adapt a lot of The Last of Us Part 2 into this. I can't wait. You know, is it going to be a direct adaptation? We got to see. But all I know is, and Pedro Pascal has to go shoot for Fantastic Four. So how long is he going to be in this season? We'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see. But what did you think about this episode?
I think it's already laying the groundwork for things to come. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I haven't watched the whole thing yet. I like the whole situation with Abby
You know what I'm saying? And her, the revenge situation. You know what I'm saying? Even though I think she should. Well, I can't say that because shit. If I can get a cure from this girl, we're gonna get the cure from this damn girl. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing. Dealing with the fireflies and stuff like that. But to me, it's just foreshadowing what's coming up in the future.
Yep. And that's the same pipes. Yeah, exactly. She wanted to be over there with trying to do the funky monkey. You know what I mean? Instead of going out there clearing it, you trying to get one pipe clear for another one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Full service.
That's nasty. It ain't been why. Oh golly.
Full service.
So yeah, I'm good.
If y'all old enough to remember when they used to have full service gas stations and you roll over the little strip that's in the and it ring the bell, cling cling, and the dude run out, he wipe the windows, fill all your fluids up, and pump your gas for you.
Yep, we used to have that at Kansas City. Shout out to the Fruits of Islam. You know who used to have a gas station fully only operated by the Fruits of Islam, and that's exactly what they did. And you gave them tips and stuff like that because you was feeding back in there. They was legitimately feeding the community. You know what I mean? So we was giving back to the community. You remember when gas was 25 cents? How old are you?
For real, 25 cents?
Jesus. I remember when I got my first car, gas was $1.
Yeah, I was about to say I remember it being under $1 a little bit, but not too much. It would fluctuate. We used to when I first moved to Jacksonville, the big thing was to drive up to Georgia, get gas, and come back.
that's like us. We'll go over to Missouri to go get gas because it was 88 cents or it was $1 over in Kansas because we're divided by the Missouri River. So we go from Kansas to Kansas City, Missouri. You know what I'm saying? So Well, I was about to say 25 cents. 25 I was like, was a chocolate bar a dime? Was you getting? Bar. I was about to say, was you getting the milkman coming to your house?
He said, I think air was 25 cents and was $1.
25 cents. Oh, okay. I was just trying to make sure. You know what I'm saying? So Blue over here getting sleepy.
I am. I've been up though. I've been traveling because I had I did a play on Saturday down at Daytona. Finished that out around 9, didn't get back home until 11, then had to be up and shit. Later than 11, actually. Then had to be up because I had to go do some a scene for this movie around 10 o'clock. So then I went to work today, man. I just been on the move, man, on the move.
Yeah, like I said, I was tired this whole weekend. I slept the majority of my weekend away. I slept all of it away, honestly. So
yeah. I'm mad because I want to get I've been playing South of Midnight on Xbox. That's dope game. It's black girl, glass of warm milk for Uncle Blue. I only know milk, man.
All right, that's just like Torian talking about some Ovaltine.
Ovaltine. I don't need no milk. I've been out here working, man. But nah, man. If y'all have an Xbox, go check it out. South of Midnight. Black female lead. It's old Southern folklores and stuff like that in it, man. It's real dope. It takes place in Mississippi. I think it's Mississippi, and it's like a mix between Stranger Things and Lovecraft Country.
Okay.
Yeah, it's dope, man. It's dope.
I was playing Assassin's Creed Shadows. So I started playing that in between of me playing Transformers Devastation over and over again, trying to get all the Autobots, trying to beat the game with all the Autobots. So
yeah.
The girl remind me of Mel from Arcanine in the artwork. Yeah, I seen that too.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, that Assassin's Creed though, I was playing it while listening to Jonathan Major's podcast. So you know what I mean? So I gotta go back, dive back in, you know what I'm saying, for some more. So
Yep.
All right, then. So let's get up out of here. Blue is tired. I got phone calls to make. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get out of here. Did you have anything upcoming up, Blue, before I get us up out of here? God.
Nah, man. I should be dropping some blues news videos tomorrow and throughout the week. And getting ready for Thursday. If y'all can join me on Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern is when I do Blues House Live, man. Don't know what the topic is gonna be this week, but I'm gonna figure out something, man. Something gotta pop, and I might have a guest come through. I don't know.
Yeah. Shout out to Mika G. Mika's on vacation right now, but shout out to Mika also. She's down in where you at? Down in Duval.
Yeah.
You know, so shout out to her. You know, keep her in your prayers as she travels to and fro. You know what I'm saying?
I came across a video. This had to have been 2011. I'm gonna send it to Mika. It had to have been 2011. And we was in there wilding, man. This was old school Mika. This ain't the no, I ain't even gonna put Mika out there like that.
Not old school Mika.
Yeah,
this ain't Sissible shoe Mika.
Yeah, this ain't.
This is rigging it round. This is I'm rigging it round. I lickety love you. Kick it out.
We was in that wild and we was
having a good time, having fun.
Because we used to do a podcast. Like I said, we used to do a podcast, man, and we was in that, you know, drinking and laughing and dancing and stuff. It was crazy. It was fun, man. It was fun. I missed them days. Yeah.
That's dope. So if you do get to run into her, man, tell her I said what's up.
Yeah, I'm trying to catch her and try to do lunch with her, man. That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah. So but I will be back in the morning. I did have a lot of traction about my Jonathan Majors Kiki Palmer video.
Me too. I got some.
It's a lot of people were asking. We're talking to me about, you know, different things on how they feel. And after seeing the Cam's video, I just started to realize, because he said something in that Cam video that was interesting. He was like, validate people's perception of you because it's their perception.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He said there's nothing you can do with people's perception. So some people like them, some people don't. That's their perspective, and I respect it. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming from a little different point of view, for the simple fact is that it ain't like I've talked to this man, you know, multiple talk, just real talk. Now I ain't gonna say it to you, you know, our conversations, but you know, we have a relationship, put it more like that. Yeah. So mine is going to be a little skewed, but there's certain things that the media has said that I could just tell you from facts it's not. You know what I'm saying? And not just doing that just because he's my guy, you know, he's a good dude. It's just I know because I know. That's it. You know what I mean? So
yeah. My thing is redemption, and that's what I kind of, when I did my Keke Palmer video. Yeah, because Keke Palmer, you know what I'm saying? Keke Palmer ain't innocent.
Yeah. And I brought that up in my, well, like, you know, us doing all the videos, you know, of when Danny was in court and just replaying the timeline. That's not nothing. That's not hearsay or anything. That's court transcripts that I'm just repeating. You know what I mean? So it ain't like I'm just saying, oh, well, you know, look at Mika.
That go Mika. Mika G is in the house. But yet, you know what I'm saying? I was like, she's not you know, she ain't innocent. She was in a toxic relationship. And that's why I was like, they're the perfect people to bounce stuff off of.
And that's what, and I think that's what I was just getting at the point where you can't bully me. It's like, if Jonathan called me right now, hey bro, we gonna do our interview on so-and-so day, get prepared. Cool. You ain't gonna bully me off of that, because there's certain things that maybe I want to talk about that can help somebody else in the future. And to admit, it ain't like, and I kind of hate this, because Jonathan admitted in the ABC interview that he wasn't innocent with her heart. You know what I mean? So he might, and he's kept, and of course he can't talk about the actual case and stuff like that. But you can't tell me that this man hasn't said I was wrong in certain instances. The way that I handle stuff was not right. You know what I'm saying? I was in a dark place. I'm like, damn, what more do you want from dude? You want his blood? You know what I mean? And that's the part that I don't like. That's you're bullying now. You bully that girl.
Finger for finger. Her finger was hurt. His finger needs to be hurt.
If that's the case, if that's the case, if people feel like that everybody, he who was without sin cast the first stone. Everybody's wrong. We've all done stuff to people in relationships, whether it was physical, mental, or emotional, that we should not have done. Everybody has. You're not innocent. Now, for the people who, that's what I think is pissing me off. The people who's riding this damn high horse because Jonathan is a celebrity, so I could just keep destroying him. Not looking at yourself and saying, what have you done? What have you done in your life that is so perfect that you could be able to, to take this man and say, well, he don't need a career. That's the part that I got a problem with.
It's just like, I've been seeing pictures of Chris Brown and Karrueche having a ball at Coachella. You know what I'm saying? Chris Brown and Rihanna, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like everybody, the people who've been hurt do the forgiving, and y'all won't do the forgiving. Like he did something to y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's the crazy thing. Like, let this man get back to work, and let this man put his head down, work, give y'all a good product. If y'all like it, y'all like it. If y'all don't, y'all don't. But to keep acting like they act like he did the R-word to her and paraded her around the town square butt booty naked or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just crazy.
Exactly. That's what I said. One of my things I was going to talk about was Karrueche and Chris Brown on TMZ today. And I got bumped off of it, which would piss me off, but because that's the one I got bumped off for TMZ altogether today.
Damn.
So
I was saying how they be kind of wasting your time. They got you again, huh?
They got me again. I talked to the producer. He was like, man, you've been on here plenty of times, so you know how this goes. You know what I mean? Even though it's been a minute. And then you turned around and bumped me off. I'm like, we're going to get you on the early segment tomorrow.
No.
I'm tired.
That's crazy.
I'm tired. People don't believe how busy I am. But and I got to sleep. And I'm old. I keep forgetting I'm old. I got my Ovaltine shot.
My Ovaltine.
I need to get. But yeah, it is crazy how they go after people they don't know. You know, and like I said, it's because Jonathan was with a white girl.
That's the real,
that's the real underlying thing. And
he's making he's making his redemption tour with all the black women.
What you know what's crazy? They asked him to come. Cam, the bodybuilding podcast I just seen, Sherry Shepherd, all of these different people, they've at Kiki. He didn't go to Kiki Palmer and say, "Can I get on the show? I want to be on the redemption tour." To him. Do you?
Because they believed in the situation, and that's why I was like, I don't like that, because they say it wasn't Kiki who made the decision; it was Wondery. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah, this is something. This would do numbers. I think it allows people to see a different side of things. Plus, like I said, Kiki is not absolved of what she admitted that she did in her own relationship, and I think this would be dope dialogue between them two. You know what I'm saying? I think it'd just be good dialogue. It's, hey, these are the mistakes I made. What about the mistakes you made? And let's, you know what I'm saying?
And healing. That's what I'm saying. It's all about healing. But again, like I said, there's some black people that don't want the cure. They want to be the victim. They will say, "Bite me, cordyceps," and they get mad. And they get one. Yeah, they get mad when they turn into one. You know what I mean? Because you complain. It's just like anything. You complain about stuff, but you don't do any action to be able to do anything. I complaining. My neighborhood is dirty, but are you picking up the trash in your neighborhood? No. Right. I think somebody else should do it, but it's your neighborhood. This is the block you rep, but you don't want to clean the block you rep because you feel like somebody else should do it. So you're over here waiting for a savior, but now while you're waiting for a savior, you're complaining when it's up to you to fix it. Yeah. It's up to you. Stop waiting on people. And I think that's the problem. You got feminists that don't. You got the feminist movement that just don't like men. You know what I'm saying? And no matter what Jonathan Majors does, he's just going to be in the eyes of the beholder. Whatever they think. You got the people who you got the women who don't like him because he dated a white girl. You know what I'm saying? And now they're talking about, now he's on these black shows. Like when he wasn't promoting Creed and he's going on a press tour. Because remember, this is just a press tour.
Right.
They act like he didn't hit them same spots up when he was going on the press tour with Michael B. Jordan. To these black people. Oh, now you want to be a black woman face. When there's a video from, I think, Yahoo or whatever, when he interviewed with that black woman, and she was over here flirting with Michael B. Jordan was flirting with. No, he was flirting with was flirting with her. Jonathan Majors was flirting with her the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Making her feel squishy in her pants. Now all of a sudden, now he's back on the tour. Oh, now you want to be a black around these black spaces like he wasn't before. It's weird. It's weird.
It's crazy because I've never seen him on a white interview.
The only white interview that I've seen him do was NPR. That's a complete podcast NPR interview. It was with a white guy.
I have not seen him go to a white, like a strictly white podcast. Now he's done major corporations, you know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about
because you're on a press tour. When you know how this goes as an actor. Why are you on a press tour? To promote the film.
My movie,
You don't ask to go on there. You be like, hey, I want to go with Jimmy Fallon. No, Jimmy Fallon asked for you to get on there. Hey, we need him because he's promoting so-and-so. So we need the cast or the crew of so-and-so to get on this show. They get with your agent. They get with your people. You set it up. You know what I mean? And then you go on a press tour.
Right.
Like these people are wild. He didn't go with the Breakfast Club. Charlamagne asked him to get on there.
Yeah.
He was like, hey man, I think you would go. That's why he mentioned, man. He's a good dude. He asked me to come on, so I came.
Yeah.
Because at first he wasn't getting on nothing. When nobody asking him for nothing. Like they kill me with this. They kill me with this high horse. This you're greater than anything. Like I say, I'm not caping for the man because there's things that he's done that he's admitted. That's why I say I'm looking at both sides. They're in a toxic relationship. You know what I'm saying? But for me to ignore the things that he did mentally is disingenuous. So he did those things, you know what I'm saying? Maybe gaslight her, maybe say, hey, you need to be better. That whole Coretta Scott King is saying that you need to be better because I need you to be better. You're just telling a British white woman that, and she don't know what the fuck Coretta Scott King is or whatever. So, you know what I mean? So I get that. He admitted facts. You're wrong. This is something that came out of his mouth. You know what? You right on the Breakfast Club interview. Facts. You know what? You right on that. I shouldn't have did that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I shouldn't have did that. But the people who just thinking, they're just bullying, and people don't have a good redemption arc, especially the people that look like us, we would never have nothing. Y'all should cancel everybody. They won't cancel R. Kelly though.
Right. And you should want him to. Oh, I just don't feel like what they said.
Who are you?
He's not doing enough to show that he's remorseful. Like what you want him to do? Go around kiss at every baby in the world or something? Like what is he supposed to do to show that he's remorseful? He said it was his, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I made mistakes, this, that, and the third. I'm trying to heal. He's doing all the things that y'all say that people don't do.
That black men don't do.
Going to therapy, you know what I'm saying? I'm relying on my wife to help me through stuff, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to get back to working.
Right, and they think it ain't good enough. I'm like, what do y'all really want? Like, it sort of really made me think that we don't really want the healing that we complain about. No, but then you complain about toxic, and that's what I said. You complain in the video. Y'all talk about toxic masculinity and all this stuff, and I'm like, then the only way to cure toxic masculinity is to go get help. If the man is going to get help, whether hook or crook, well, you know what I mean? Whether he did it through the criminal justice system or he went to go get his own, he's getting help. Why do you keep beating this man up?
And it's like he said on cam, you know what I'm saying? My debt has been paid. Like, what else do y'all want?
Yep, he ain't got no more DV classes. They're over.
Yeah, they sentenced me to what they sentenced me. I've done it. What else did you know what I'm saying? Like, what else is there for me to do? Yeah, that word accountability keeps coming. And what is he accountable of? What he did what he was sentenced. That's being held accountable. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all found me guilty of whatever y'all found me of. Now I get sentenced. I go do it.
Yep, I go do it. The year is over with.
That's accountability. You know what I'm saying?
Like I said, me going to New York with Daddy and all of them, was a year ago. We went to this. I went to the sentencing. He got sentenced on the 8th. What time? What day is it? It's the 14th. And y'all still talking about, well, I don't think he did enough. And this is what, and we're gonna get y'all out of here. That's the same feeling that I have when judges. I've literally had a judge tell me when I was 17, I went through a traumatic situation. I ran from a cop. I tell this story. This is August the 3rd, 1998. I ran from a cop or whatever. Got shot at by said cop. When I went to court, I did everything that I was supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? As far as what I'm supposed to do that the judge ordered me to do. You know what I'm saying? I went through my probation. I went through all of that, right? Do you know the judge? I went back in. The judge told me, because it was a year later, because I was only supposed to have a year of probation. The judge looks at me and said, I don't think that was enough. I think you need you need to figure out that this is serious. So you're gonna punish me more. Even though I did everything that I was supposed to do. I didn't get out of line. I didn't do anything. I graduated high school, got a college scholarship. On my way to college, that's not good enough. So when I see other black people that treat black folks like this, that's not good enough. It makes me think you're no better than the people we complain about. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying. Right. You know what I'm saying? And if it wasn't for me going into the military, this is the story about me going into the military. When I was going into the Army, that's when, because I went up there, talked to the judge with my recruiter. He's going to the military. He's getting ready to serve our country. You know what? Don't worry about it. We'll take it off the record and we'll expunge it. Now you want to do it because I'm going to go serve my country. When I was going to college to get my degree, that wasn't good enough. You see what I'm saying? So I did everything I was supposed to do, and the judge, a white judge, could have sent me back to could have had me in prison for one mistake. You know what I'm saying? But now I got my own people acting just like that judge, and how am I supposed to feel?
Yeah.
I don't like it. So that's what I said. People could be to have the thoughts and whatever they want. That's cool. That's your perception. And I'm not going to hate or disrespect somebody's perception because that's their perception. I'm not here to change your mind on nothing. But perception is always not reality.
Shit, most of the time it's not reality.
So whatever. Okay, I done complained enough. You know what I'm saying? I done got on my own horse. You know what I'm saying? The pale white horse.
The pale white horse. The pale white horse of justice.
So let's get up out of here, man. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the Blur AF. I appreciate everything that you guys have commented in the comment section. You guys are here with us. You know what I'm saying? Every Monday, I will see you back in the morning. You might see a little video from me later on tonight. You never know. But again, thank you guys for coming in. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to Bluminati's channel. And don't forget to hit that bell notification. So you can never, ever miss one of my videos again. Until next time, well, I'll let you guys later. Peace and fire power, man. Go enjoy the rest of your Monday, man. Where's the outro at, man? I ain't even on it. But you already know. Lick ass.